Alrighty. It is time. I meant to say, hey. The way I always start my streams, you know. Just one hey. Anyway, we continue with Pokemon today. And this time we'll actually tackle the gyms, aside from the first one that we already tackled last stream. So let's just not waste any more time and switch over to the play screen. There we go. We just go to the second gym right away to fulfill the post-game gym battles. I did spend a little bit more time trying to find a shiny Valor, a shiny Iron Valiant. Wait, I need to... There we go. Need to scroll up a little bit. There we go. Just a regular Oricorio. Nothing out of the ordinary then. Let's go ahead and beat the gym up once more and see where that goes. I wonder if we need to like look for some of them, or if they're all gonna be in their buildings at that point in time. Okay, seems like they will all be there. Avant-garde! You're Fane. No, you're the artist, Fane-garde. It's Champion, actually. That is of no consequence. Each time I recall our artistic battle, I found myself wishing to face you once again. I'm very glad that you are here. Praise Mother Nature. I had planned to meet with the top champion today, but I have just now cancelled that plan. Shall we instead talk of art together? No. What? You came in the top champion's stead? Well, I cannot be bothered by that. I don't care what the reason is. If we can make a masterpiece together once more, that is fine. Let me move the mic farther away a tiny bit. Well then, Fane, are you ready to open wide the door to the world of art? Yeah. Avant-garde. Well, very well then. Let us head to my studio. Energetic much? He has too much energy for me. I need to put in some more effort when voicing him. Behold, Fane, the sight of Artisan's windmill. It catches the wind that blow across Paldea, and now slowly yet powerfully spins ever on. While leaping down from that windmill to appear before those who challenge my gym, lends to an added depth to our battles. I see. I knew you would understand my reasoning, Fane. Though I believe I can spare my legs today, as we are sure to create my greatest masterpiece yet. Even if I do not even if I do not alight from above. But I digress. We are both artists, are we not? We have no further use for words now. I assume you're ready. Let us collaborate. Let our collaborative work of art begin. Versus Brassius. There we go. Move the mic slightly closer again, because I speak less loudly. Alright, Valor. Let us ponder the art we will create together, Fane. Alright. Booster energy was used up. Booster energy activates attack. Attack was heightened, so it's just the stat is increased. Litigant, I know you're mono grass. Let us go ahead and just use close quarters. There we go. Drop defense, but that's alright. I should have gotten aerial ace for this fight, but I did not teach it to Iron Valiant yet. Serena. Almost part fighting rate. Yes, it is. No, it's also mono grass. Interesting. I thought this one was... well, whatever. Hello, Firefame Gamer. How are you doing? That's number 2. We're definitely over-leveled, but that's fine. This is post-game after all. Arboliva. I wonder if this one has a higher level than the other one. Let me check. Not that I for sure remember the level. I do think it is slightly higher than the last one. No. I'm in the post game. So... that's why I have them. I did not trade for them. But that's the only one that I'm using. I only use Iron Valiant. There we go, this one was weak to fighting. Very nice. I didn't know this one's typing, but it seems like it all worked out well in the end. Grass grew on the battlefield. So yeah, I'm mostly just wrapping up the game with the stream. Breloom. That is part fighting, so I can attack with a fairy type move to be super effective. Wait, that's not the last Pokemon. No, it is not. Moonblast time. Though I also forgot what his Pokemon was that he used. They weren't too bad, for sure. Like, they weren't too hard, for sure. I think since I used multiple different teams, so I was partially underleveled for them. So they weren't like super easy for me, but they weren't too tough. The Elite Four, however, I was decently underleveled for, so those were a bit tougher for me. Let's see. Right, Sudowoodo. Right. This work. Alright, that auto text. Forgot about that. So I didn't read that initially. That's fine. Whatever. Close combat. Not that it matters because he's gonna terrestrialize. The true Widow. The real tree. Though it's stone making rock a tree. Almost. I should have terrestrialized myself because I think now Valor might go down because that's a lot. That's valid, like that's it's okay because that's literally the point of the Pokemon, right? Aside from the name, which I until this game never grasped that it was a reference to like pseudo being pseudo. I guess it's pronounced the same way, huh? I somehow never grasped that. But aside from that, there's no visual indicator that it's rock type. Except for maybe the fact that the leaves don't really look too leafy, but that also depends on the game. Like, for the sprites, you don't even think about that. That could be a intentional choice. And here, it's like, it could just be the texture being weird. Because Pokemon does not take the highest budget, even though they would have that money available. One more avant-garde. Seeing you in the midst of battle, you are like a unique gradient, subtly changing hues. Righteous and yet gentle. Such contrast. I lack the words to express it. My hat goes off to you. My battles with you are truly a gift. Each time I am made to remember how I felt so long ago, when I first ventured into the world of art. I almost forgot. You were here for the champion inspection in the top champion's stead, correct? Well, that is of no consequence. Report on my gym here as you see fit. My inspiration is overflowing, as if drawn from a bottomless well. I will begin on a new piece at once. You must excuse me. Farewell. There we go. Leaning back because this guy has so much intensity that I kinda need to be a bit louder speaking, but I don't want to peak my mic. Alright. Plenty of additional Pokemon. Since the last time I streamed, I looked at a few Pokemon in Shiny, one of which is Iron Valiant because I wanted to have Iron Valiant. Last stream I was like farming for an Iron Valiant in Shiny. I was like, what if it's subtle and I don't notice? But no, it is not subtle. But I noticed that many of the Pokemon in this generation, like the new ones that were introduced, are kind of uninspired with their shiny colors. Many of them are not that interesting, like Longmaster just is a different hammer color. These guys change from like a cold white to a warm white. This one changes eye color. Oh yeah, Lechonk is one of the good ones. Lechonk and the Palmy evolution line. They have like actual changed colors, and I think Lechonk is like peak choice to give them a pink color because that's what people associate with pigs. But yeah, I was sad to see that all the future Pokemon just turn purely metal. So they're very, very basic. Because I was thinking of not only Iron Valiant, but also Iron Hands, potentially, in that sense. But like, Iron Valiant does look interesting because it's like different. But for Iron Hands, it's barely anything that changes. Alright, time to... Might as well go heal up and then just teleport to the next gym. Just gym sweep. And then the tournament, and then, I don't know, we'll have to see what I do afterwards, because clearly this isn't gonna take 4 hours. Let's see. Third gym was... I think the third gym was this one, right? I believe so. Let's see, what were the alternatives? Yeah, this one was fourth, I think. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, if memory serves. So we go beat up the streamer. Well, streamer on streamer violence. Let's see, for electric, is there any interesting move that I could teach? What would be effective against electric? Well, not that it really matters too much, but what was effective against electric? Ground, but some of them are flying. Rock is not particularly effective against electric, I don't think. Wrong section. Is electric weak to anything but ground? I'm not sure. I can't think of any other type that would be effective against electric, so probably not. Oh. Oh, you cannot learn Facade. Would have been crazy. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that. To the gym we go. Gotta prepare for potentially more of her cringe dialogue. I know it's intentional, but damn, this has made me feel weird when I see her dialogue. Primera, your eyeballs are mine. Caught in my Electrab, who's and what's it? Iono. No, I'm not Primera. Hello, hello, hola. Ciao and bonjour. Wait, you aren't Cheetah? She sent me instead. Say what? You just became a champion and you're already out helping La Primera? Weren't you just doing your gym test like yesterday? You're really kicking butt out there. Wait, so you're... Basically, what you're telling me is that right now is the perfect time for us to collab? I can see it now. I'll be more popular than ever. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down, friendo. Since you're here, let's do the inspection for Cheetah. I'm gonna give you a show that you'll never forget. And I don't know about you, but I think it's about time we go down to it. What do you say? Sure. Yes, here we go. Off to Battleland. Let's see if she's gonna make a show out of this one again. Of course she is. I mean, what else would she do but make this content? Hello, hello, hola, ciao and bonjour. Welcome to the Iono Zone. It's me, Iono. Iono. Today's guest is our brand sparkling newest champion, Fane. You've gone viral among the gym leaders, friendo. You're all we were talking about recently. I remember your gym test well. It was shocking. This stream's gonna be trend like crazy. I can't wait to see those viewer numbers go up, up, up. Alright, here we go. Got the camera set up just how I like it. I don't know about you all, but I'm all ready to get this battle started. Well, we'll call the stream Gym Leader Iono Battles Like You've Never Seen Before. Challenge by Gym Leader Iono. So it is clever that she says, I know about you. It's like a pun put in there. Time to put on my serious face. Eyes wide open like a Magnemite so you don't miss a thing. Booster energy. Quick drive. Alright. Moonblast. It's not boosted, but... yeah, that'll do just fine. Luxray. Well. Intimidate. You lowered my attack again. But I'm gonna close combat you, Luxray. No need to worry about getting paralyzed after all. And Luxray fainted. Belly bot. I think that one might have static. What are we staying in? Seems like the level does stay the same for all of them. At least this Pokemon has the exact same level as the other's third Pokemon. So I guess the order would have not mattered for post-game. Thunder? Of course you hit with Thunder. Yep, that's the end of Valor. Fought bravely. Well, the rest of them are gonna have an easy time, so... why not send in Popo and Nana? Let's go. A family of mice. Why could their shiny not be black? Black mice? Or gray mice? Two. Well. Hit 2 times. Belly, bolt, fainted. Electrode. Time for more population bomb. Hopefully we hit 10 times. Electric current throughout the area. 3, 4, 5. All we need. Population bomb is really powerful. Imagine how powerful that would be with a technician boost. Jeez. Miss Magius. That one is a ghost, but it will turn into electric type. Hey Vayne, quit hogging the limelight and let me shine a bit, yo. You defeated one of my Pokemon. That's all you get. Oh no, population bomb has no effect. Come forth, shining little light bulb. Be the invention that leads to my victory. Bzz. You do you, and I do me. No, this one could have, like, my phrase could have gone way worse, and that's why I had to stop there. Like, I realized how I could have ended that one with a very sussy... Wow, they landed a crit, wanting to be praised. Ain't that crazy? Wait. Can they learn... Work up? No, not work up. Focus energy? That would be crazy with a move like Population Bomb. Mice with a mouth. I always love it. Our brand sparkling newest champions, hot stuff. Aw man, I'm not super happy about losing, you know, but... Look at those viewer numbers. The Onus Zone's on a roll today. I'm on cloud 9. No, cloud 10. Having someone as popular as you on my stream was a great idea. I'm trending like the internet's mad at me. God damn it. God damn it, Yono. We should collab like this regularly. Don't go appearing on any other channels though. Alright, I don't know about you, but I'm done. Tell the Primera what a sensation I was, okay? Your bell's on mine. Got him Electroweb? Who's in what's it? I don't know, signing off. God. Well, we went past that, so all good. All good, I say. Now then, we leave the building. Loading screen again. Slow loading screen. Ah, there's some sort of TM over here. Struggle bug. Okay, where to next? The next gym should be Larry. No, next gym should be Kofu. Oh, Kofu. We'll wipe the floor with you as well, especially since we do have a grass type move for this one. So we do have actually an effective type move. Against most of them, of course, because some of them are going to be poison type. Probably. Like, actually, he might not have the Veluza on his team this time around. Time to climb up the walls. Uh-oh. Gotta stay clear of that path downward, otherwise we might accidentally go down. Alright, Kofu. Time to battle, mister. Hey, step right up. Welcome to Kuzcruff Gym. Alton Veluza, look who it is. I was expecting someone else. The top champion? Aha, I see. Miss Cheetah put you up to this, did she? It feels like just yesterday that you were out collecting your badges, and now look at ya. Already champion rank. You're like one of those fish Pokemon that completely change shape and name it as a name as it evolves, all full of life. What a great catch. And now this, our promising up-and-comer, here to test my abilities himself. Don't worry, this old man used to be facing harsh reviewers. Part of the restaurant's business. Alrighty then. You ready to battle this old man and see what if he's still fit to be called a gym leader? Yeah. That's what I like to hear. Right this way. Yar. Didn't go that far, but you know. I could have, if I wanted to. Gone that far. Now then. Ever since ya fought for that choice seaweed for me, all my dishes using it has been big hits. That was not too much of that seaweed. Thanks for that. Guess it's no surprise you did so well. What with being worthy of champion rank. Goodness gracious, but do I ever meet all kinds of people while doing this job. I've seen people like yourself who run full speed ahead, like a raging river, and plenty of people who settle down like a calm lake. We older folks tend to prefer the latter, of course, but the old man himself finds that a bit dull. Rivers flow into the ocean, the water then climbs up into the clouds and becomes rain. I'm Kofu the Torrent, ever-changing like, just like water. Now come see what I'm made of. Versus Gym Leader Kofu. Starting off with his Volton Veluza. Well, I've got an answer for that. Good ingredients don't need to cover up spices. Get ready for fresh raw old man Kofu. Only Veluzas break the mold. Mold breaker, Veluza. Valor's attack was heightened. Leaf Blade is super effective, huh? Goodbye. One more? Pelipper, huh? Keep hearing Pokemon. Drizzle. It started raining, okay, that's unfortunate. Guess I'm just gonna Moonblast. Because I don't have anything effective for this one. And it was enough for the Pelipper. Fantastic. Work Trio. That is very easy to deal with, but it is pretty fast. Maybe a priority move would have been nice for this one. Leaf Blade again. And it slowed us down too. But since we were able to outspeed that one, I don't think there will be anything that will be giving us too much trouble. What's Clawitzer? Oh, this Pokemon. Well, this is also pretty fast, isn't it? More Leaf Blade. Still faster. I suppose I do have the level lead by quite a amount, so not too surprising. Crabominable. Gahaha, battle down the hatches and prepare... Crabominable. Level 66, yeah, that's still just one level higher. Leaf Blade time. A Crabominable terrestrializing. Think outside the crab trap, I say. You do you. Old man Kofu. Wow, wow. They exactly, like perfectly got one circle of their cheer out. What a refreshing loss. My mind is as clear as still water. Defeated the old man Kofu. You really put the pressure on. Guess I should have expected no less from someone with La Primera's seal of approval. What a catch. The wildest currents, for better or worse, pull in everything around them and have really wild and drastic effects on their surroundings. My voice is kind of not doing its job. Let me just hydrate. That makes those friends of yours who stay by your side all the more important. Your youthful vigor got my motivation flowing up like a rising tide. Next time you see Miss Gita, tell her old man Kofu flowing and crashing more than ever. Don't forget to tell her, young friend, and you come back to see me again, now you hear? I'm gonna be like, I don't know, every single one of them was a pushover because of my over-leveledness. Since it seems like all of them have the same level. But I'm doing them in order anyway, so... It's like a trip down memory lane that way. Alright, Larry. What do you have to say, Larry? That's gonna be strange, seeing Larry outside of the eatery. Well, to be fair, like, barely any of them I saw in this building ever. So... Does Larry even need testing? I'm not sure. It's time for a meeting with my boss, but it seems I've gotten a visitor with no appointment instead. That's absolutely something she would do. No, I understand everything, I assure you. It's much appreciated. Oh, of course, it's no problem. La Primera is my boss, so I have to do as she says. But now she's ordering students around. I see, so you're helping the boss free up some time to enter the tournament at the academy. Well, whatever floats your boat, I suppose. I'd never let myself get roped in like that. Are you sure? You're gonna get yourself roped into the tournament instead. Well, let's knock this task off our list then. No use wasting time, shall we? Oh wait, no, it was all students and teachers, right? It wasn't actually... Yeah. Let's head to the treasure eatery then. And then we can eat after. Again. You already faced me during the elite test, so I doubt this will leave much of an impression on you. In any case, let's get started, shall we? I'll be facing you in my role as a gym leader, so I'm going to use my regular team. They all belong to the normal type. Normal as in plain, average, unremarkable, run-of-the-mill. I'm pretty fond of them, you know. They suit me perfectly. I'm about as ordinary as you can get. People, Pokemon, there's no need to overcomplicate things. Nowadays, people only seem to want a shock factor. Something weird, something bizarre. At the end of the day, though, nothing beats the relief of coming home, even after a fun vacation. When all's said and done, simplicity is strongest. I get you, Larry. I get ya. Gym leader Larry. Oink alone. Well, Valor time. The boss takes some getting used to. Like the message in the back saying, want to change any Pokemon's Terra type in this battle, in this stage. I suppose they would just want to drive home the point that you can do this here, in case you didn't realize it before. But now it's gone. Maybe that was a bug then. Valor's defense fell. Well, this one is an easy Valor sweep, so no need to worry about anything of the sort. Braviary. Huh. Isn't that... Oh no, that's a different bird. Well, it's fine. Close combat will do just fine. Even on neutral. Because our attack stat is so high. And when I'm done with you, I'll be at... Does he have 5 or 6 Pokemon? Either way, at -5 or -6. Komala. Just press that A button over and over. Comatose. Comatose. Close combat. Fall my defensive stats. Valor will be on my side regardless. The Dunsparce. Is it the same one? It probably is. More close combat. So do you have the mice as well? Did you add them to your team? Larry? There's one more Pokemon before your ace, right? No, it is already ace time. Never mind then. You're just plain strong, aren't you? But I always put my best results when it's crunch time. Well, that's no good, but that's understandable. Attacks that fell, but that's fine, because it's gonna be super effective. Time to show you what we can really do. Same good work as always, please. Ultra-terrestrialized up. That's a bird. And a health. It's burn time. A third serving of defeat, huh? Well, that's alright, Larry. You're a bit too much for an average Joe like me to handle. But I think I understand now why I was told to use flying types when I battle as a member of the Elite Four, I mean. There's scenery you'll never even notice if you stick to flat, well-trodden paths. It'll do me good to admire talent that soars high as yours from time to time. Well, if the boss says so, I should do so. I'll do so. She won't catch me doing it for fun, though. In any case, I've been strictly told to cut down on my overtime hours, so I'll call it a day. He works overtime all the time. A hard worker he is. Larry, the man, the myth, the legend. Now that I think about it, there was never a normal type Elite Four, was there? I don't remember there having been one, so probably not. Time to continue at Montenaver Gym. I'm gonna refresh my uses of close combat though. Not that I can use that one at all here because it's ghost types. Wait, let me... Dark was effective against ghosts, so I do have an effective move. So I don't need to rest up anyway. As it is, I have not taken any damage. This time we're here for a rap battle, right? Right? Well, if it isn't my little challenger, Fane. What brings you here, baby? Finally ready for that rap battle? Yeah, rap battle sounds great. Ah, so you're a champion rank comedian too. So instead of her, I get you. She sent a rookie champion instead of coming out herself? Doesn't she know who I am? Sorry, I got heated there. Don't worry though, you aren't the only one who struck that nerve. Oh well, I was just thinking I'd like to see you again anyway. Guess that's just how fate has it. If we're doing this, let's do it. Ready to show me how strong all of those adventures made you? Sure. Now that's the spirit. Come on, let's put on a killer show. I think I gave her a different voice last time, like kind of more like this, you know? But I don't think I can do that when I'm leaning back. It feels just like yesterday that you were here for your gym test. Now that you're all championed up and out doing errands for La Prima herself. Tell you something, you get to be my age. Time starts passing by you fast. But that sentimental style is not for my while. Time to kick a rhyme and hit the flow. Let's go. My spirit's bumping, yearning to get this battle churning. You best be ready to begin. I can't read, like I have a reading disorder. All of the champions coming into his own. Come on, baby. Rattle me down to the bone. Let's do it. Versus, also I can't rap. Get challenged by Gym Leader Rhyme. Let's go, Rhyme. Alright, it's a double battle gym. I totally forgot about that. Oh my god. That's a lot of blades. Come on, rookie. Show me you deserve to be called a champion. Boost energy was used up. Quick drive. Quark drive. I always read Quake drive, but it's Quark. Night Slash. Moonblast. Only one target as well. Okay. Banette. Shadow Claw. Shadow Claw. We're focusing down every Pokemon but Mimikyu because Mimikyu will take a while to fall. Banette fell. Shadow Claw? Oh, never mind. A multi-hit move would have done wonders against Mimikyu's disguise, but I just didn't have it. Alright, Valor. Your attack fell, that's not good. Poundstone. Alright, super effective. And you can just Bitter Blade Mimikyu. Oh, it's not enough like this. That's rough. At least we got that one taken care of. And if we're lucky, the dog will attack our dear Spiral. Spiritomb, okay. Pressure. This thing got no weakness save for Fairy. Hyper Potion. No need for all that. Spiral, how about Valor? Moonblast. Fantastic. Spiritomb fainted. Spiral was hit with the Phantom Force. Perfect. Toxtricity. Night Slash. Bitter Blade. Toxtricity. This ghostly change will... Yeah, I know I can't read that fast because it's gonna go... Yeah, any second now, I was gonna say. Now that's a terrestrialized Pokemon. Music to my ears. Poundstone is gone. Critical hit. And we fight with fire. Bitter Blade. Fantastic. Good job, Spiral. Reclaiming your HP. So many swords on my end of the team. I wonder if there's like a I guess there would be a way to, like, make a team full of sword fighters in Pokemon at this point, right? You're cool, my friend. You move my soul. You're cool, my friend. You move my soul. I wasn't expecting you to rattle me that much. You caught me off guard, just like Shadow Sneak. Sorry for calling you a rookie. Hope we're good. I just wanted to prove that the strength of ghost types to Cheetah, but I guess I got carried away. You're the real deal, my friend. I can guarantee that. From here on out, Rhyme's got your back. If you run into any vaccine trainers on Hex Inspectors, or Hex Inspectors, you just give me a call. Now, you go enjoy this big wide world to the fullest, you hear me? Later, baby. Yeah, the gym leaders in this game are pretty cool. Larry is the best of all, though. Everyone loves Larry. Now then, looks like there's a TM to be had up there. Electric terrain. I see keys nearby. I'm not sure if I've encountered any before in this game. No. What is very noticeable about this game is, I mean, it doesn't bother me for this game, but I sure hope that it will not become a staple. There's barely any indoor content. Ooh, didn't mean to run into that one. Like the gym leader battles, of course, to a degree. Like the eatery, for example. Then, is that the only battle court inside? I think it might be. I don't see keys, so guess there's no point in hanging around these parts. Ah. One more. There you go. We're still far away from 999, but I don't care for that anyway. Okay, all the way back down. It is you we must fight. And get ourselves all ready. All nice and ready. Let's heal up. Let's see, for Psychic, we need... Dark will do just fine. And for Ice, a Fire Blade move would be great, but I don't think there is... Like, there's Fire Fang, of course, but... Amarok does not have blades, right? I wonder how many Pokemon with blades there are. Like, this one is a blade Pokemon. These two are blade Pokemon. The dog from Sword and Shield is a blade Pokemon. Then there is do I have the Pokemon? I'm not sure. The evolution of Bisharp. Or well, Bisharp itself already too. It does not have blades in its mouth, but it has blades up on the chest, so maybe they're not all sword fighters, but that makes 4. Scyther is a blade Pokemon. Any others? I wonder. I'm not sure I can count these guys. I'm unsure. I remain unsure. Any other blades? I'm probably forgetting another Pokemon. Either way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yeah, with Scyther it's 5. And there's probably another one out there. Alright, there's a literal sword Pokemon, so definitely at least 6 Pokemon with blades. Alright, Valor. Oh, if it isn't Fane, it's been too long. Your beauty has become even more refined since the last time we've met. Yours as well, Tulip. Who taught you the art of flattery? It is my young friend who's all grown. Is my young friend all grown up now? So you're here in place of Cheetah, are you? Just between you and me, I'm not exactly your biggest fan. That bewitching aura of hers overlaps too much with my own style. I can see that. Like, there's also a certain appeal to, like, you know, the fairy aesthetic next to the, no, pastel kind of aesthetic next to the goth aesthetic. So it may be for the best that you send someone else for the job. With you, I feel like I can give this battle all I've got. Without further ado, are you ready to pursue quintessential beauty together? Yes. Oh, wonderful. Let's head to the battle court. You know, before we head back, we should visit the Team Star bases. The rush of acceleration before battle. Every cell in my body is humming with excitement. Having a totally amazing opponent such as yourself makes the feeling even more powerful. You know what? I'm really happy right now. A diamond in the rough that I helped out to polish is now sparkling as bright as the finest of gems. Seeing others work so hard allows me to work hard myself. And never shed a tear. Sadness is not in my vocabulary after all. The closest emotion I allow myself is the beauty of surprise. Allow me to teach you how to do true emotional spectrum practice. You're challenged by Gym Leader Tulip. Farigirab. Well, don't mind if I do. You want to know my secret to my beauty? I'll enroll you in my most difficult hands-on course. Well, how kind of you. Maybe we can arrange something off the victory sword. I don't know. I couldn't find a good joke or like a good, clever, witty comment on that front. Gardevoir. Well, my. You said in Gardevoir. Well, I have... Look how much bigger Gardevoir is than my Valor, because I've chosen the smallest version. She's so... Well, they are so small. Valor? Another Night Slash. Uh-oh. Almost got hurt. It was enough to one-shot Valor. That's wild. Well, my special defense is my worst stat, so I guess it makes sense. Well, one swordsman avenges the next. We're gonna switch out on the next one though. Shadow Claw. Ghost would have been the right choice for Gardevoir. Vengeance. Right, we switch over to the next. With the Psychic Bird, we send in Your Majesty to counteract that one. When Valor alone is not enough, got a whole arsenal of troopers. Alright. Night Slash. It has a high crit rate, but it did not have to crit. Who else want a piece of this? Glade. Longmaster, you're up. I know your typing is not the best, but technically none of my options are that great against Glade. And I think you might be the best one because of the fairy typing. Even if it's not super effective. I mean, it is super effective even if it's not physical. Close combat will not do you any favors, Glade. Alright, alright. One gym got to be swept by the mice. Here everyone works together. A fellow sword fighter while the double battle helped. In that battle, all is good. All is well. Alright, Bonkmaster. Gamer. It's your time to shine. Go on, Gamer. I know you can do it. I'm shook, and not in a good way. Unpleasant surprises are not good for my skin. Florgus. Well, it does have grass type moves. It's not a grass type from the get-go, but let's see. You turn into a fairy. Oh, not fairy. Into a psychic type. Earthquake time. Come on, my little Florgus, it's time for a skin cleanse, and you'll become a new you. Now then. We terrestrialize in return. We are nice and bulky. The golem terrestrializes back. Look at that, a temple upon a temple. Charm. That is unfortunate that he would lead with that. -2 stages. Moonblast. Well, you don't deal much more damage than I do. Unless we crit, this is gonna be a slow-paced battle. Seems like you don't know any grass-type moves right now, so that's helpful. I don't know how we are faster. Gamer doesn't look like it would be. No, wait, we are slower. Just didn't attack the first turn, that's why we finished first. We did it. Good job, Gamer. You defeated Gym Leader Tulip. A shocking glow up, to be sure. So? You're the total package. I expected no less. Beauty, strength, you've got it all. You know, in my line of work, people who lack talent in one area or the other often fade away quickly, never to be heard of again. Met with all kinds of setbacks, they fall into corruption in their desperation and end up even more miserable than the mundane do. It would be better for those people if they never had even the slightest bit of talent to begin with. Don't fade away, Fane. I want to see just how far your talent can go. This can be a promise between us. I hope you won't break it. You did splendidly today. Thank you for everything. Something was clapping. Was it like the people, or was it like the accessories to her clothes that were the clapping sound? I wonder. need to heal. Plenty of Curlia standing around these parts. That's the third Curlia I've seen. I definitely know what to do after all the events. We can talk to all the teachers once more. Maybe we should do that right now, because once the last gym leader is beaten, we probably have to go to school and then automatically trigger that stuff. Well, right now is an exaggeration, because first things first, what I want to do is see what happens if I revisit the bases of the teams. Are they there? Is anyone there? That is what I want to know. It was... over here, right. It was right next to Casagrava. Let's see if they are here. Anyone? At all? If not, I don't need to visit the other ones either, because I assume they would all be in this, either all be separate or all in the same one, but they're all in the same one. Which one would they be in, you know? Visiting all of them just to confirm that, it would be a waste. So let's see what this one has in store for us. Base all the way back. Where's your leader's building? There it is. There he is. Hey, it's my old pal Fane. Let me guess, you're here for a battle, right? Oh cool, I can battle those as well. Yeah. Thanks for answering the call on the stage. I'll have you dancing to my tune in no time. Giacomo of Team Star. Sorry, I've got Valor on my side. I don't think you stand a chance, Giacomo. Welcome to the main stage. DJ Vice here, kicking off today's session. Quark Drive. Captain. Same level, okay. Time to sweep the dark out of you. Say goodbye to all this darkness inside of you. Haunch Crow. We stay. We hold. We hold. Moonblast. I don't want to end up with a -6 in case I cannot one-shot one of them with a fighting type move. A boss death. Let's just stay. We don't need anyone else except for Valor to take the center stage for these battles. Fantastic. Let's go, Valor. King Gambit. Dark, huh? Was the Prevolution also dark? I think it might have been. Alright, close quarters. Defense fell. One last Pokemon. What do you have in store for me? Crocodile? Crocodile. Should have known this turned into a battle of fans. Sucks for the audience, but something. I don't know. Intimidate. Another stage down, huh? Too bad. Moonbeam is unaffected by that. Moonblast. Crocodile has been defeated. Fantastic. Whoa. That's some next level flow you got there. Alright, well. You turned my melody into a threnody. Can't say I'm too stoked about that, but nice work. Hasta la vista. What if I talk to you again? You think I got it in me for an encore now? I'm flattered, but that's just not happening. Save the energy for tomorrow, pal. Alright, well, it looks like we can rebattle all of them. Does that mean up on the rooftop of this place I can rebattle the leader as well? Maybe so, maybe so. There's the entry to the base. Easy enough for me to climb over those walls. But what to do against the fire-type Pokemon? Well, we are not steel, so at least we're not weak. Well, actually, we are weak to it because of fairy. In some way, shape, or form. I'm not actually sure if it's super effective against us, or if we just are not very effective against them. Because it's not always the exact same, right? Oricorio. Oh, Growlithe. Have I seen any of those before? Apparently not. Or at least I haven't battled any yet. Is it up there? I'm not sure where their main building was. It looks like it's over this way. There we go. Well, if it ain't Fane, here for another battle with yours truly. Alright, bring it. I'll blow everything sky high. Those boots. Certainly your thing. She has quick balls for a Pokemon. I think the other one had timer balls, right? You're a weird one, aren't ya? But you know what? Let's forget it. Let's do this. Harsh sunlight from the get-go. Okay. Well, this one is weak to fighting because of Part Rock. Oh wait, it's not. Well, it's neutral, so that works just fine. Was it part ground and not part rock? I guess so. Houndoom. This one, however, is weak to fighting. Close combat again. We beat them up. The second go around. The star raid. We're also pretty close to one of the bases of the I shouldn't have done that. That's gonna be the end of Valor. Alright, you asked for it. I'm blowing this battle up. Armor cannon. Ball's gonna hurt bad. Goodbye, Valor. Though, it's only appropriate. Are we gonna send in? Spiral. Say hello to a counterpart. Psycho Cut. Wait, what? Wasn't Psychic super effective against fighting? Well, a second one. Thought Psychic was very effective against fighting. Is it not a fighting type? Harsh Sunlight fainted. Colossal. Let's bring out the big guys. You bring out Big Brock, a big pile of rocks, I bring out a big pile of rocks. How do you like that? Oh, it's raining? Well, that's just in my favor. Earthquake. That's 4 times effective. Goodbye, Colossal. What's your next move? Arcanine. Alright, Pop Banana, you got this one. I believe in you. Very much so. Hey, you lit a red hot fire under me. Not bad, pal. Arcanine. Intimidate. Population bomb. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits, okay. Close combat, that's gonna hurt. But they hold on. And the next population bomb is gonna hurt all the more for it. Three, 4. That's all we need. That's a wrap for this Pokemon. Next up is... Wait, huh? But she didn't terrestrialize. Did he not do that either? How you're burning too bright even for me. Right, no. Of course they don't. These guys don't have the terror orbs. Gotta give praise where it's due, man. That was lit. How's the Livy Star? Let's go climbing that mountain. The wall needs to be climbed up. This is pretty close to the site after all. Where the Quaking Titan, well, not the Quaking, were they all quaking? I'm not sure. That big crab, there we go. I can't even go in there. It's the first time I tried to go into them, but I guess that's literally impossible. I've seen Clarf and Shiny too. That one is blue. Look at the size difference between those two Glarvs. Ah yes, moo. The sound of crabs. Alright, where was the... There were 5 bases in total. We beat this one up. We beat this one up. This one is the 3rd. Wait. I'm all disoriented. There we go. We need to go here. So fly there we shall. Let's see, for poison, we do have the option to get a psychic move, which is going to be fantastic. Right. I could get psychic instead of, like, Moonblast. Valor? Remember moves. Psycho Cut. Instead of Moonblast for now. Actually, no, instead of Night Slash. Fantastic. I like having stab moves. Oh, didn't even see that tumbleweed there. Well. I'm in a good mood today. I didn't even take a nap, but I'm still in a good mood. Because good things happened. Things are moving forward. On the front of eventually getting to debut, which means I need to put in more work as well in order to get around to it. But it is still very nice. Okay, where's your big hut? Over there. There we go. Hey, my dude. Think you can give me clothes? Good day, Fane. Comest thou to spar with me? Yes. Though I am grateful for thy coming here, be warned, I shall spare thee no mercy. On guard. Atticus of Team Star. This one has repeat balls, right? All of them. Oh, that's funny. There is no day, no night that I do not spend in training. Behold the fruits of my labor. Well, the fruits of thy labor shall be thy downfall. Atticus. Oh, well, this one is dark as well, right? Poison dark. Yeah, that's why it has no effect. In that case, let's start with a close combat. Fantastic. We're definitely not type-wise we're really poorly matched for this trainer, because they're quite effective against us, so it doesn't even matter how many. River Room. That is Poison Steel. Like, both of these types are... Oh, wait. We at least lose one type disadvantage, and guess we use close combat against this one again. Sorry, I know you don't terrestrialize, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. Time to punch out. Close combat we go. River Room also looks pretty awesome and shiny. Just a gold car instead of silver. Very fancy, very fancy. Alright. Toxapex. Tox Apex. Psycho Cut. Come on. Painful Bunker. Protected itself, huh? It is what it is. I don't know what this one's secondary typing is, but Psycho Cut is all we can do. And it's not enough to one-shot, so one's gonna hurt. Alright, but we are still holding on. For now. Because of our terrestrialization, no doubt. Because that one's got to make us more bulky. Fantastic. And we lost our poison weakness too, right? Due to being a fighting Terra. So that's why they didn't use a fighting type, a poison type move against us. Alright, Muck. A big pile of sludge. Psycho Cut. And it's done for. Valor alone will bring us to victory against Atticus. Dragalg. Even a single drop of poison can kill. It is far too early to rest assured of thy victory. It's true, I was being a bit cocky there. Psycho Cut. However, seems like my haughtiness was justified in this case. Atticus of Team Star defeated. Strength of position cannot prevail. Or, cannot prevail over strength of union. How could I forget? Or was it poison, not position? Maybe it was poison. You came here to train, yet I am the one who must learn from you. Magnificent. Hasta la vista, my good fellow. Everyone in all good... Not in all good mood. Let's see. No. For beating up fairies. What do we need for beating up fairies? Dark will not do. Fighting will not do. Fairy will not do. Let's see, let's see. What moves could I teach you? Temporarily. Fury Cutter? Could always just use Leaf Blade if need be. Oh, False Swipe does appear. Oh, nice. So even TMs can be relearned that way. That is so useful to know. Bag. Let's see. Fang moves. Psybeam, that's special. Thief. Trailblaze. Pounce. Chilling Water. Charge Beam. Facade. Aerial Ace. Hex. Snarl. Metal Claw. Swift. Magical Leaf. Icy Wind. Rock Tomb. Flame Charge. Low Sweep, Air Cutter, Sword Power, Nightshade. Fling. Dragon Tail. Venoshock, Endure. Volt Switch. Sunny Day. Shadow Claw, huh? That one doesn't sound too bad. Psycho Cut, replace. Not that it's super effective either. But it's nice to have. Let's see. Poison Jab. Oh, that one's gonna do wonders. There we go. Fantastic. Any other moves that it can learn? Imprison, Flash Cannon, Dark Pulse, Leech Life, Fly, Skill Swap, Iron Head, Dragon Dance, Drunk Shot, Substitute, Drill Run, Crunch, Giga Drain, Shadow Ball, Dragon Pulse, Heat Wave, Energy Ball, Psychic, Heavy Slam, Surf, Ice Spinner, Flamethrower, Calm Mind, Helping Hand, Pollen Puff. Ooh, that's a powerful bug type move. Baton Pass, Reversal. Terrain. Giga Impact. Focus Blast. Focus Miss. Thunder, Solar Beam, Draco Meteor, Steel Beam, Terra Blast. Well, we are good to go for the Valor. against these fairies with our poison move. Color. Change moves. Psycho Cut. Leaf Blade. That one will do just fine. Well then. Oh hey Fane. Oh hey Fane, you really came. You're cool to battle me, right? Yeah. You've got guts, but so what? You'll still be kicking yourself after I'm through with you. Tough words. Or Ortega. That's luxury balls, right? A Klefki. Very nice. This time I'll wipe that smug look off your face, for sure. You're going down. Oh, Klefki is gonna be a bit troublesome because it is, part steel, right? I assume. So we cannot... Yeah, Poison Jab has no effect. So we're gonna start with a close combat. Against special moves, well, tough luck. I'm here to sweep with physical moves. Alright, alright. The plants in our side of our Pokemon's cape or whatever. Azumarill. I don't have electric type moves, but Poison Shell do just fine against this one. Poison Jab. This is what I like to see. Valor. Wigglytuff. We're gonna be neutral with close combat, but Poison Jab will stay effective. Another one done for. I like that they're floating, like Wigglytuff. And Jigglypuff probably too. If Jigglypuff is not floating, everything is wrong. Like Guard, no. Quick Guard? What's Quick Guard do? Oh, okay. It's very specific, but... A turn? Nope. No a turn. This one's part psychic, right? So... Poison Jab is going to do all that much, but we shall do it regardless. Oh, never mind, it wasn't part psychic. What other type was it? Or maybe psychic doesn't resist poison, it's just super effective against poison. Maybe, I'm not sure. Duck Spun. What? Am I losing? You're too good at this, it's so unfair. There we go. Duck Spun. Poison Jab. I had one of those too, you know. It's super effective. Duck Spun fainted. Sweep. Valor Sweep. That strength of yours is so not fair. Sorry. Tough luck, tough luck. Ah, this sucks. I'll be you next time for sure, so enjoy your win while you still can. Hasta la V-Star. Well, over here we go instead. Here. You know if that psychic type move for the fighting type Pokemon. Let's refresh. Oh, they actually comment on us being champion rank. And let's continue sweeping the floor with them. This is the way we go. There we go. Onward we go. That's the normal colors of your right? I think so. Is it also the normal color for this one? Are you normal yellow? Sure seems to be the case. Boost energy was used up. Quark drive. Run. That's the normal color, so nothing to worry about then. All the way to the end we go. If I'd gone there last stream, I would have noticed that these are all re-challengeable. But then I would have done this one first. Before any of the others. Up we go, even higher. And great to see you. Great to see you, Fane. Did you come to train with me? Yes. I'm almost ready for battle. Let's see if you can handle my full power. Team Star. Area of Team Star. With the heal balls. Alright, Primeape. Right there, right then, Fane. Hope you're ready for a good proper battle. Time for one Quake Drive. We do have Psychic Blade, so this isn't gonna go into in your favor all that easily. We do even have Fairy type moves as well. So in case you resist one of those two, Passimian remains unchanged. We just go ahead and sweep one after another. Annihilate. Well, this one's probably resisting Psychic, right? Because of its ghost typing. No, apparently not. Regardless, we're gonna use Moonblast for this one. Goodbye, Annihilate. You're done for. Toxicroak. Well, this one resists Fairy quite well. Anticipation. That would be scary if we didn't have 4 times effective Psycho Cut. After all, Psycho Cut is kind of necessary. We are based on Psychic type Pokemon after all. Lucario. I focus best when I'm in a tight spot. I'll show you that I can still win. There is another Lucario. Well. Close quarters. Sorry. But we do have a super effective move regardless. Perfectly covered for that full sweep. I don't like losing, but you're a strong one. Now then, let us check out classes. It was a great battle. Thanks so much for sparring with me today. Hasta la vista. Or should I? Maybe I'll just take classes after the tournament. Sure, why not? We just take the last step towards victory. We still have 6 uses left of close combat, so we should be able to sweep through that ice type trainer just fine. If need be, we do have secondary type means of potentially beating this one up, so Fairy for the dragon. Huh? I recognize you. You here to hit the slopes? I don't recall the snow being too good today. I came here for battle. Ah, for real? I've got something important to be dealing with in a bit, you know? That's why I'm here. You know? Oh, I see. You're here to cover Vegeta. So your dream came true. You're champion rank now. You must be so happy. Oh, my bad. That sounded a lot more sarcastic than intended. Don't get me wrong, I really think it is amazing. Just it's complicated for me, that's all. Anyway, you came to test my skills, right? Let's just get this over with. Let's head outside. You'd best hope not it's not snowing. Well, you're probably gonna lead with a Pokemon with snow warning, right? Well, at least if it was smart. So, it looks like it is snowing. At least a little bit. Well, tough luck for you. The snowy mountains are on my side today. These league-mandated inspections happen a few times a year. If we don't show we are up to for the job, we lose our positions as gym leaders. Cheetah always says it's just a formality, but I've already had to give up on being a pro snowboarder. If she takes away the talents I still have to show, then what's left? Sorry, didn't mean to bring the temperature down. It's simple enough, really. All I need to do is make sure the power of my Pokemon chills you to the bone. Sorry, I don't want you to ruin your... I don't want you to lose your job by... with my earlier comment of saying all of them were weak, actually. That was kind of rude, I guess, in retrospect. Conditions are alright, I guess. Good enough to defeat you anyway. Yeah, there's definitely snow. Boost energy was warm. Oh. Actually, I'm a bit worried. If you have, like, the snow ability. Everything is neutral. Well then, best stab. A crit to boot. Fantastic. Definitely made things easier for me. Frostmoth fainted. Now the other ones should make it a little bit easier on me. Come on. It's a Titan. That is the big fella, right? Yep, sure is. It is the Titan. Titan. If this game gets a new version eventually, like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, then they would change up the Titans. That one would be a very fitting one based on name. It's a bear. It's apparent that you will lose this battle. We break the ice. Now let's talk. Number 3. Weavile. That one is even weaker to fighting. Pressure. Even more effective. Alright. It fainted. So we can go ahead and... Altaria. That one might things slightly... Wait, no, this one will turn into an ice type. That's why. I won't let things heat up any further. Time to bring the the freeze, or something of the sort, he said. Let it freeze, let it snow, let it pile up on top of us. Sorry, I would have had the answer to this Pokemon from the get-go, but... You just gave me a new answer. And since I knew you were going to do that, it is time for me to... seize victory. But yeah, those clouds bring snow. And yet, those blades clear the skies. CQC at its finest. Your burning passion, I kinda like it, to be honest. Man, Cheetah must really have it out for me, sending someone there's no way I could beat. Still, no regrets on my part, I gave it everything I had. I hit you full force and I lost anyway. It made me feel frustrated. It makes me want to become stronger as a gym leader, put more of myself into it. I thought my passion had frozen over, but you've rekindled it for me. Thanks, Vane. I won't lose next time, you'll see. Try not to catch a cold on your way down the mountain, eh? I like this gym leader. I like Gru. Grusha. Hello. Oh, wait. Hello, am I speaking to Champion Fane? Oh, this is Cheetah. How's your inspection of the gym going? How do you get my number? I'm that of the organization. I have the address and contact information of every champion rank trainer. I was informed by each of the gym leaders that you've stopped by them, and giving you the task was the right decision. All of them seemed quite happy for the opportunity to battle you. I would like you to the inspection report from you in person. Join me at the Academy entrance hall. I'll be waiting for you there. Can I travel from in here? Probably not, right? I need to be outside, probably. Let's go heal up our Pokemon before we do that, then. Up we go. Come on. There we are. Time to refuel my HP on this gas station. Now my Pokemon are no longer all out of gas. Iron Valiant. How do you know the name of that Pokemon? Nurse. Down we go. Yuva Academy. But the rest of the game will take place. Be it the tournament, be it these this school stuff, the classes that we still have to take. We shall take care of it all. Oh, it's raining. Oh, time to get inside. My clothes are all wet. How are you guys strutting around like it's nothing? Alright, alright. Alright, alright. Let's see what we got in here. Wait, I could take the classes first. That's nice. Let's do that then. Biology 3. You like biology with Mr. Shack? Yes. Class will begin soon, don't be tardy. Time to take my classes. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's ready to learn something new today. I seem to remember teaching you all about the importance of eggs in our last class together. I don't remember that. On that note, is everyone using their Pokédex? It registers Pokemon born from the eggs as well as those encountered via all other methods, so don't worry about that. And just so you know, I'm the one who developed the app. It was way before I started teaching here at the Academy though. Like when I was a researcher. In fact, Director Clavel wasn't working in education at the time either. He was researching alongside me at the same facility. We got to research Pokemon together, day in and day out. Those were sure were fun times. I got yelled at all the time though. Wait a second, how did I get onto this? Pretty sure I was talking about the Pokédex. Anyway, today I'd like to teach you about catching Pokemon. As you all know, a great way to catch a Pokemon more easily is to first lower its HP. But there's another way to get it. There's another way to up your chances. What is it? Status condition. Oh, that's right, Fane. Great job. The correct technique for making Pokemon easier to catch is to inflict them with a status condition. Sleep is especially effective, but it makes Pokemon drastically easier to catch. Didn't know there was difference. I thought it was the same no matter the status condition. If you have a Pokemon that you can use sleep, like sleep powder, or hypnosis, filling your Pokédex will be a cinch. There are other ways to improve your catch rate as well, as like using better Pokeballs. Eating food that gives you catch powers works too, or sneaking up on Pokemon from behind to catch them by surprise when you start a battle. Oh, sneak up on them? Quick ball? I see, I see. If you're having troubles, you may want to make the rounds to the gyms and get gym badges. Earning gym badges will make it easier to catch Pokemon of higher levels and higher and higher levels. Please do come show me your Pokédexes once they start filling up. Another day, another enjoyable class. Oh yeah, don't forget, our next class will be a test. Let's go ahead and start with the test. I'm sure we can manage through all those. What class would you like? I want to take the midterm exam. Yes, please. Class will begin. Fantastic. I mean, fantastic. Now then. Hello everyone. Today's our midterm exam. It sure feels good to fill in all those empty spaces on the answer sheet, doesn't it? Take your time and contemplate each question carefully. What button is used to let a Pokemon out of its ball so that it can walk with you? The... Aren't both of them technically correct? Actually, no. You said R doesn't do it, does it? R button definitely does, though. Combine one letter and one number below to correctly say when the X are found during picnics in your basket. So, A2. Which of the following, if it is an effective way? Walking around. What Pokemon will not make Pokemon easier to catch? Giving them a berry. Which will make it easier to catch Pokemon of higher levels? Gym badges. This question won't affect your grade. How do you like the Pokédex? That's alright. Alright everyone, time's up. I hope you enjoyed tackling those questions. The last question was just something I'm personally curious to know. Don't tell the director about that, okay? I'll grade these right away. I hope you're all looking forward to seeing how you did. Well, we probably don't need to get all of them right? So, he said R/R. Four to 5, so I guess it was said R. 5 XP candies S. Then let's take a math class with Miss Time. The sibling probably to Miss Rhyme. So what do you have in store for me this time, Miss Time? Hello everyone, let's have a fun class today. Tell me, do you all enjoy fortune telling, horoscopes and the like? I think it feels great to read your horoscopes and see that it says good luck is coming your way. So today I'd like to teach you all math while focusing on the topic of luck. Perhaps you've seen the following phrase crop up in Pokemon battles before: a critical hit. When a Pokemon lands a critical hit, the damage it deals is increased by half. In other words, it does 1.5 times as much damage as it normally would. It's truly luck that determines whether your Pokemon lands a crit or not. Or has a crit landed on it. This can cause a great upset in a battle. Does anyone know what % chance a Pokemon has of landing a crit? Probably 12, right? Oh my, that might be a cause a bit too critical of the situation. The chance of landing is 1 in 24, so roughly 4.17%. The odds are more favorable for certain moves, though. My moves such as Stone Edge and Shadow Claw have about a 1 in 12 chance. I see. Can you also use a move called Focus Energy and an item known as Dire Hit? Both raise the critical hit ratio by 2 stages. That's a 50% chance to land a crit. Interesting. It is great to land a crit, but perhaps not so great to be struck by one. There's a surprising amount of mathematical probability hidden in Pokemon battles, you know? If you're able to do calculations that'll swing your luck in your favor, it may open the door for more strategic choices for you during battle. I suppose that's all for now. Next is midterm. Alright, time to take the midterm of hers. I think I do remember, like, the other ones being pretty easy. The other 2 classes, so... Math midterm. That's a lot of classes for us to take. Now then. Alright everyone, it's time to begin midterm. I'm sure the fun experiences you all had in my class will serve you well as you answer. How much damage does Water Gun do if it is a Fire-type Pokemon? Double damage. How much damage does Razor Leaf do when it hits a Fire-type Pokemon? Half damage. If you spend 2,000 on as many 200 Pokédollars, how do we need to get 11? Oh wait, I didn't read that properly. Maybe I'm not sure if it's specified Pokeballs. How many balls you get? It's 11, but if it is Pokeball specifically, it would be 10. What percentage chance does a Pokemon usually have to land a crit? 4%. How much damage does the move deal when landing a crit? 1.5. Alright everyone. You're all concentrating so hard, I can see how you did. I can't wait to see how you did. Now ask at the front desk for your scores after. So? I might not have read all of them properly. Five out of 5. Okay, I did read that properly. Fantastic. History 3. You'd like to take history with Miss Rayford? Yes. The teacher with the hair with a life of its own is gonna spasm again, isn't it? I'm gonna see it in a moment. There we go. It is spasming. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday is now part of history. Today we will continue to unravel the marvels of that history has presented to us. As you should remember from our last class, Area Zero's great area of exploration began about 2,000 years ago. This era lasted for approximately 1,000 years, but not a single soul was able to venture all the way to the deepest parts of Area Zero. Having poured much of its human and financial resources into the exploration of Area Zero for so long, the Paldean Empire fell into its decline. 200 years later, or 800 years ago, the Empire and its surrounding nations united in one entity. That was the formation of Paldea as we know it today. Ah yes, this very academy where you are now, filling your young minds with knowledge, was also apparently established at that time. In fact, the school building, though certainly having undergone repairs throughout the years, is just as it was when it was built so long ago. This very structure is a piece of history. The things of old are truly splendid. I would certainly prefer it not to have a Pokeball portion, though a relatively new addition. I can definitely guess that. Let's see if you've been listening to my lecture. How many years was this established? 800 years ago. Correct. I see the look of concentration on your face was indeed just that. I hate nothing more than when a student only pretends to listen. This academy was constructed exactly 805 years ago, to be precise. In other words, your academy here is 805 years old. At the time, it offered state-of-the-art facilities and a unique innovative curriculum, as such people used to say. Those seeking knowledge never need to look further than the grapes of Paldea. That's right, they were referring to Yuva Academy. It is said that this proverb was even used outside of the Paldea region. This ends today's lesson. Next up is midterm. time to take the classes for midterm. There's a lot of classes left, and then the tournament, which can wrap up the stream nicely. History midterm. I like history of Miss Rayford. Yes, please. Don't be tardy. Well, well, well. We won't be tardy. Now then. Greetings, my little students. It's time for a midterm examination. Summon your historical knowledge from the dark recesses of your minds and answer the questions. Great crater. What was long believed to be at the depths? Treasure. How many years ago did the Paldean Empire begin to rule this region? 805. We'll need to look those knowledge. Your time's up, but you're writing utensils down. The last question was a freebie. Even the least capable of you surely padded your score there. I sincerely hope you did anyway. So ends our midterm examination. I'm not confident in all of them, but I only need 4 to 5. I just don't remember how long ago, like, the Paldea region was formed. So? Yep, it was 2k years ago. Fantastic. XP candies S. Battle studies and home economics. 3 are left. Miss Dendra, battle studies. Alright, what do you have to teach me this time, Dendra? I've met you along my travels, but what do you have to say here? Another day, another round of battle study. Let's get right to it. Last time we learned about Terra Raid battles. Did any of you have a chance to try them out? Terra Pokemon are super strong, and the more difficult ones will use even tougher tactics that you'll need to deal with. I'm talking about their Terra Shield. I've experienced that last stream. What happens when a Pokemon has its Terra Shield up, you ask? Well, it takes way less damage for one. It has a big effect on morale too. When trainers see that shield go up, they feel doomed. Like there's no way to win the battle. So here's a question for you. If the Pokemon you're battling puts up a Terra Shield, what should you do? Terrestrialize and attack it. That's right, you're a regular Terra Raid battle master, aren't you, new kid? Regular attacks don't work well against Pokemon that have their Terra Shield up. But having your Pokemon terrestrialize is an effective method to overcome that issue. A terrestrialized Pokemon will do more damage to shielded Pokemon, especially if it uses moves that match its Terra type. Dealing enough damage to a Pokemon with its Terra Shield up can destroy that shield and break the Pokemon's stance. That means it's important to properly time your terrestrializing and Terra Raid battles. In conclusion, as they say, fight fire with fire and Terra Pokemon with Terra Pokemon. Be sure to work together with your teammates to smash through your opponent's Terra Shield. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice, but I guess we ran out of time. Next class will be our midterm. Aim for a perfect score. Us. So what kind of class are we gonna see here with midterm? Are we gonna sit in a classroom for a change? Because we kind of have to do a written exam, right? Battle studies midterm. Time for me to hydrate again. Gotta make sure that I don't kill my voice in the throat. There we go. Sorry to all of you who went to the schoolyard first before finding the right room. I guess we can do our tests in the classroom at least. It might be hard to write your answers out on the field. Alright, time to put your game faces on and battle. Time to put on your game faces and do battle with those test sheets. Higher special defense, the less damage the Pokemon takes from special attacks. Which of the following has no effect on a move's damage? the move's name. How many trainers are there on a Terra Raid team? 4. Those are freebies. They're so easy. Which effect method of breaking opponent's Terra Shield? Terrestrializing, attacking. What is Miss Dendra's favorite type? Fighting. Time's up. Put your pencils down. I'm still giving you all you've got. I'm sure you've got all perfect scores. Well done, everyone. Can I ask for your scores at the front desk? You can ask for your scores at the front desk. Alright, right. That's another one down. 5 out of 5, right? Yeah, anything else would have been interesting. Alright, alright. Time for home economics. Alright, we could retake classes if I wanted to. That way I could have gotten the information that I need. Alright, alright. I wonder how many classes there are per.
Put away your phones, it's time for Put away your phones, it's time for class. In my last class I taught about HP restoration. However, after class I was asked by several of you about PowerPoints, commonly known as PP. When a Pokemon loses all of its HP, it faints and can no longer battle. What happens then when a Pokemon loses all of its PP?
Can't use moves.
Perfectly correct, Master Fane. Perhaps you know this from first-hand experience. When a Pokemon runs out of PP, it can no longer use its moves. However, each move has its own store of PP, so you can mitigate PP loss by using a variety of moves rather than just one move repeatedly. If a Pokemon loses all PP for all of its moves, it will only be able to use Struggle, an action that will also damage the Pokemon that uses it. In order to avoid this predicament, PP can be restored at Pokemon Centers along with HP. Items such as Ethers and Max Ethers can also be used to restore PP. Be careful not to confuse potions with Ethers in the heat of battle. However, Ethers are not sold at shops, so you should use them judiciously if you find them. The stronger the move, the lower its maximum PP. Do not waste uses of these moves unless you wish to quickly run out of PP. It is important to find balance in a Pokemon's sets of moves. As you can see, HP isn't the only thing you must keep an eye on while adventuring with Pokemon. I hope that you all take care to ensure that your partner Pokemon can perform at their best, as you each engage in the treasure hunt. Our time together has come to an end for today. Our next meeting will be an examination day. Be sure to review well in preparation.
I think this one was slightly different from the voice I gave him before. But very similar, very much similar. Midterm.
Oh ho! That's kind of the voice I gave him last time, I think.
So it is a bit different. Yeah. My Hector voice I gave him, pretty sure.
The time has come to test how well you all have learned here in my class. Let us begin before the information simmering in your brains from last-minute cram session fades.
What is not an effect of a picnic meal? Increasing speed. Which of the following effects meal powers from a particular meal? Filling and condiments. Which of the berries can restore HP? Oran berry. Lendro wants his Pokemon to decide on its own to use this item. This works as he hopes. True. It's an exaggeration, but yes. If a move runs out of PP, it can no longer be used to. If a Pokemon runs out of PP, all of its moves, it can only sit there in frustration. False.
The time for answering questions has come to an end. Please stop writing. I hope you were all able to give the examination everything you've had.
I'm so glad that we can't actually run out of time. That is something that I'm way too familiar with from my school days.
Please remember to ask your scores at the front desk before leaving for the day. Yeah, always had a bit of a speed issue. Not just in school, but yeah. Let's see. 5 out of 5. Right, let's start over from the beginning then, because now we have had midterms for all the classes. So let's start off with biology. With Mr. Shock, yes, please. Now then. Maybe slightly closer with the mic. Hello, I hope everyone's ready to learn. You all did great on your midterm. Thanks for answering my little question at the end too. I'll be sure to keep the responses in mind. Alright, we now headed into the last half of our classes together. It's time for our knowledge to evolve Pokemon and grow just like our Pokemon. Evolution, yep. Evolution. Today we're going to learn about the fascinating phenomenon of Pokemon evolution. As your Pokemon battle and level up, they learn moves and get stronger. And for some Pokemon, once they leveled up enough, their appearance changes, and their stats increase, sometimes by a lot. That's Pokemon evolution. Pokemon become very strong when they evolve, making them trusty partners in battle. But some people prefer to keep their Pokemon in their adorable pre-evolved stages. To do this, you need to remember a certain button when your Pokemon begins to evolve. Say it with me if you already know. To cancel evolution, press the B button. C button. That's our right, everyone. B for best answer. The button you want to press when you want to stop the evolution is the B button. If you press this button soon after a Pokemon begins to evolve, you can stop it from changing. You can also let the Pokemon hold an item known as an Everstone to keep it from evolving. And keep in mind that the requirements for evolution differ from Pokemon to Pokemon. Let me guess. Some may evolve by having certain stones used on them, others may learn a specific move. The way Primeape evolves into Annihilape is especially strange. You see, there's a certain move that... Whoops, sorry, looks like we're out of time. You were not... I'm kind of curious that they wouldn't, like, talk about the stat Pokemon, because I feel like that's a tutorial you should get very soon. As soon as possible, even. Biology 5. Let's stick with Shock's classes first and foremost. Lots of dialogue. Alright. Do you remember the final question of a midterm? Well, Director Clavel found out about that somehow and I got yelled at. Whoops. Apparently he could tell I was hiding something just by looking at me. He must have noticed all the color flushed right out of my face. Speaking of color, today I'd like to teach you all about colors as they pertain to Pokemon. Some Pokemon have slightly different coloration or patterning on their bodies based on their gender or individual differences. In very rare cases, a Pokemon may have a wildly different coloration compared to the other Pokemon of the same species. We call these specimen shiny Pokemon. It's quite rare to cross paths with one. Does anyone here know the likelihood of finding a shiny is? 1 in 4,000. Oh, that's right. You may have the makings of a Pokemon Professor Fane. Shiny Pokemon appear at a rate of 1 in 4,000. Isn't that amazing? The probability of encountering one in the wild is the same as hatching it from an egg too. Eggs from a pair of Pokemon raised around different languages are a special case. There's a higher than average chance that a shiny Pokemon will hatch from these eggs, but we haven't been able to figure out why that is just yet. I've also heard rumors of a charm that increases your likelihood of finding shiny Pokemon when you have it in your bag. Can you believe that? This claim can't be scientifically verified, but it sure would be fun if it were true. Oops, there's the bell. Guess there's really 6 classes, and then the final terms, or the finals. That's crazy. That's a lot of classes left. Biology 6. Yes, please.
think I might switch over to just talking in my regular voice, reading the text that they say, because there's a lot to read, and it's gonna be straining on my voice if I do attempt to voice act, because my voices don't sound that different. Hello everyone. Next time we meet, we'll have the finals. And on topic of last class, Pokemon forms. There's also a phenomenon called form change. Cyclosar, for example, when we regularly ride on transportation here in Paldea, has 3 forms. First, its basic form, when it walks on 4 legs. Second is a battle form, which stands on its hind legs. Finally, there's the right form, where it inflates its throat sac and its tail so we can ride on its back. Though we can use something you're all carrying with you now as an even better example. I'm talking about your phones. Rodom. You're a regular expert on Pokemon and technology, aren't you, Vane? The Pokemon inside your smartphone is Rodom. A Rodom inside of Rodom phones is special because it doesn't try to enter other electronics. An ordinary Rodom, however, can change forms when entering washing machines, microwave ovens, and other electronic appliances. Many Pokemon that can change form simply by holding an item or something of the sort. Oricorio, for example, has 4 different forms that can change between when given certain nectars. Pokemon may even change type or learn different moves when they change form. Form changes are different from evolution, that Pokemon can return to its original form. And unlike shiny Pokemon, which can't change their special coloration, the same individual Pokemon can go back and forth between its forms. There's a lot to dig into with its form change phenomenon, as you can see. That sentence earlier didn't really make much sense, I feel like the shiny mention. Shouldn't it have been can instead of can't? Or maybe I just read it wrong and was like, unlike shiny can't. We can all learn something from Pokemon here, don't you think? Bit of a stretch, but I'd be happy to see you all enjoy the time at the Academy to the fullest and change form into a new version of yourselves. Or something like that anyway. I almost forgot. Regional forms which vary based on what region a Pokemon came from don't change like other forms. They're an innate. Well, scatter right up to the very end. I had a great time to teach you. Well, getting cut off by the bell. A certified Hote classic. Now then, time for the finals. Biology. Yes, please. Let's see what the biology finals have in store for us. Now then. Today's our final exam. I will cover everything I've taught you so far, but I'm sure you're all gonna be right. Think about each question carefully. How many of the following 4 methods can make it easier to catch Pokemon? 3. True or false, you can get new Pokemon by only by catching them yourself or trading with other trainers. No. Yes? Wait. Only by those means. Well, it depends, right? If you count new Pokemon as evolution. Also false because Ninjask sheds its Nincada sheds its skin as it evolves into Ninjask, and you get both of them. But that might not necessarily count. Other means of getting new Pokemon. I mean, you could be gifted them, but I think this is a very meta question, so I'm just gonna say true. If a Pokemon is holding an Everstone, will using an item on it that includes this evolution, such as a Firestone, cause it to evolve? I would say yes, because, like, that is something you initiate willingly, right?
What is the probability of running into a shiny Pokemon? 1 in 4,000. True or false? The Pokemon Oricorio has 3 forms. False, it's 4. The question won't affect your grade. Do you have anything you would like to say about my class? I'm still getting used to this teaching thing. Thank you for being our teacher. Time's up. Don't tell the director. Bonus question. I'll grade the right away. So do we need a full score for this one to win this? I wonder. Or do we only need a certain quota again? I'm sorry, what? 4 questions for the final? 3. Let's try this once more. I'm here to retake classes. I forgot, I think I might have had to do that for one of the other ones as well. Okay, it'll pretend that it's the first one. 3. True or false, you can no. No. This one. False. Now I should have 5 out of 5. Alright, looks like, I guess the Everstone even keeps you from accidentally using the other stones on it. Interestingly enough. Three out of 5, what? Huh? I haven't had one of the other questions wrong. But Oricorio has 4 forms. Yellow, pink, purple, and red. So that one can't be wrong. The steps one can't be wrong either, so... Oh, using a Poketoid. Weird, I thought I read something else. That explains it. True. No. False. Now I should have 5 out of 5, right? That would have been easy enough to tell if I just read the first the first question's options right. I thought I read like 3 of them that were correct, but no. Now then. Huh? Guess they were inverted. Okay, so I can still use the stone, but the ways of acquiring Pokemon is incorrect. Then what kind of means do they have in mind for you getting Pokemon? Maybe the Nincada evolution actually counts? False. Yes, it will. False. There we go. There we go. I had to take that final exam like 4 times. Or 5 times? I'm not sure even anymore. Well, whatever. I was never good at biology anyway. Wow, finally. Speak Candy's M. Math. 4 and 5. Please, thank you. Please and thank you. That's gonna wrap up this game soon. Like with this stream we're gonna wrap up the game, but I'm probably gonna take off next week's Tuesday and Wednesday. It's gonna be really helpful for me to have those days open, and then the week after I'm gonna... Some of you have earned perfect scores and others seem to have a bit of trouble, but can tell that you have all tried your best. I'm quite pleased to say that every last one of you passed. Can only assume that means you'll have come to love numbers.
stay sharp and try your best for the rest of my classes too. Does anyone know how the word sharp applies to Pokemon battles? Stat boosts. Wait. Placing sharply, so that's 2 stages. Right. That same Pokemon uses Wake Up again. We'll have 2 stages. That's 100% increase. Sword Stance, on the other hand, raises by 2 stages at once. Using Sword Dance twice has 4 stages. How much damage would that deal? Triple, right? Wow, that's great. You've answered this difficult question with ease, Fane. Each stage raises it by 50%. So 4 stages would be 200% increase, which means base is 100, total of 300. In other words, the next move will deal triple damage. Type matchups, critical hit damage, and other factors all play into this calculation as well, so even a small boost must be taken seriously. By the way, if a stat simply rose, that means it has gone up by 1 stage. Rose sharply is 2 stages, and rose drastically is 3 stages. Just so you know, X attack and X special attack items, which can only be used in battle, can be used to sharply boost stats. Let's review what you learned in order to stay sharp. I'll see you again next class. I don't remember any instance of like stats raising drastically. Math 5. Math should be easy enough to get a good score in, right? They're not that complicated in terms of like logic for the finals. Though the midterm was also pretty easy for for biology. Did you review the material in order to stay sharp? I know it was difficult with all that talk of multiplication and percentages, but today we'll be talking about percentages again. That may sound like we're going to have another difficult class, but you all know already deal with probability on a regular basis. Pokemon moves generally have a property called accuracy. The accuracy of tackle is 100%, or 100. So every time you will hit. Hypnosis has a 60% chance, which means 60 out of 100 times you will hit. You could have expected to miss the other 40%. That does not sound quite right. I don't believe that is true. Like, every 90% hit rate move, even 95% hit rate moves feel like they miss way more often than they don't. Many of the truly powerful moves tend to have a lower accuracy, so when you are deciding whether to go slow and steady, the moves are sure to hit, or hard and fast with less accurate moves, you're already studying probability. Perhaps Surf and Hydro Pump would be the best explanation. Surf has 90 power, accuracy 100. Hydro Pump has 80 power accuracy, but it hits 110. So between Surf and Hydro Pump, which move would you want to use yourselves? Surf. Oh my. I see it's slow and steady wins the race for you, Fane. The damage difference is very minor. I may have made it sound like there was a correct answer, but there's not. You're free to use any move you wish. Factors like PP or numbers of targets may change up factors for moves. However, trading accuracy for power or vice versa is purely a matter of preference. The Surf versus Hydro Pump debate has been ongoing for quite some time. That is true. Surf versus Hydro Pump and Thunderbolt versus Thunder are very... Personally, I'm more invested in the debate versus Rock Slide, moves types Rock Slide and Stone Edge. Let me tell you, I could get really worked up talking about these moves. Yeah, neither of them has 100% accuracy. Next time, shop with 100% ready to go. There is no such thing as 100%. No such thing aside from statistics and moves, games, stuff. That's all the 100% we can get. Well, Math 6. Yes, please, this time. That's gonna take a while, but I hope the tournament won't take ages, because I didn't actually expect to go overtime with the stream. I mean, we have 1.5 hours left, but you have plenty of classes left too. Last time we learned about probability. Did you know that in a class with 40 students, there's a 90% chance that 2 of them will have the same birthday? That is true even despite the fact that there are over 300 days each year. Isn't that remarkable? That is really high. 40% chance? I mean, I did have a shared birthday with one of my classmates in one of my classes, but still. Well, let's move on to our topic, today's topic, before we get swept along with probability again. We didn't have 40 people though, so I've been teaching you all to calculate damage in the class using an example like type matchup, critical hits, and stat boost and the like. All those variables are multiplied together to calculate damage dealt to an opponent. However, did you know that there's an even simpler way to increase damage of your Pokemon moves? All you have to do is have your Pokemon use a move it shares the type with. Stab. If a rock type Pokemon uses a rock type move, Stone Edge, move base power of 100 is multiplied by 1.5. Super effective moves and critical hits also add multipliers onto its numerical increase, so it's most certainly must not be taken lightly. Let me ask you a question to see if you understand what I'm talking about here. Say you have a move with a power of 100. If a Pokemon that shares its type with the move uses it to the opponent that is weak to the type move, what happens with its power? Super effective doubles damage, right? So 300. You did the calculation all in your head? Well done, Fane. First using a move that shares type power boosts by 1.5, and then super effectiveness doubles to 300. The original power of the move ends up being tripled. Isn't that amazing? What more is if a Pokemon terrestrializes and its Terra type matches its original types, the bonus gets even bigger, from 1.5 to 2. Of course, being able to use a lot of moves of different types is great as well. That's one way you can surprise your opponent. Right. Bear in mind that this is both true for humans and Pokemon. It would sure make me happy if you could take those words to heart. But I suppose I should have shared this basic advice right from our first lesson. It is true. Class is over in the blink of an eye. Next up is the test. The final exam. Alright. Time to wrap up math classes. I wonder, when next I return to Pokemon games after this game, which game I will play. Chances are it may not be a mainline game. Alright. Well, actually, likely is actually that it would be the game that I'm still blind on, the Legend Arceus. Alright everyone, time for the final exam. How many Great Balls could you purchase with 3,000 if each costs 600? 5. If a water type move with a 100 lands a crit on a grass type move, what would the power be? Let's see. Water type move lands a crit on a grass type Pokemon. It does not specify that it's stab, so it is halved, but the crit is 1.5, so 75. Under normal conditions, what % chance does the Stone Edge have to land a critical hit? Was Stone Edge one of these high crit moves? I think it was. If a Pokemon uses Sword Dance twice, it'll deal triple damage. If a rock type Pokemon whose Terra type is rock terrestrializes, what's the multiplied by 2? Alright everyone, time's up. This test was the culmination of all that I taught you, and I'm sure you all did just fine. But we just need 4 out of 5, so even if I got one of them wrong, which I probably haven't, we should be fine. So, everything correct. 5 XP candies M. History. There's so much class. Okay, Rayford. Time to get the history classes going. It's school time. I was hoping to continue unraveling the marvels of history that are presented us today. However, I imagine your ability to concentrate has been spectacularly derailed by the midterm. I suppose changing things up for fun may be a good idea. So allow me to tell an old fairy tale that has been passed down in Paldea. Once upon a time, there was a king who very much enjoyed collecting treasure. He was particularly fond of treasures from other countries. One day, a merchant from the east heard rumors of this king and came to meet him. The merchant laid out 4 treasures in front of the treasure-loving king. The 4 treasures were as follows: a vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. Seeing such rarities before him, the king leapt for joy. He showered the merchant with gold coins and claimed all 4 of the treasures for himself. I said that one of the treasures was a set of tablets. Tablets. What do you think these tablets were? Stone tablets. Well, I guess they were wooden planks then. Correct. These particular tablets were wooden and used as a writing medium in the East in ancient times. As you may know, they fell out of popular use as paper, becoming more universally available. I guess that makes sense too. For the king to consider these paper substitute treasures, they must have been quite superb quality, that or perhaps they have some amazingly profound teachings written on them. So the king obtained these 4 treasures, and on that very night, is said to have a terrible disaster rained down upon this castle, reducing it to rubble by dawn. Ruination. Oh, is it time already? I wasn't done with my story, but alas, so ends the session. If you're interested in how the story ends, you may come to me outside of class. Ruination. Alright. Continue on with the classes. Alright. Alright. Today we will continue to unravel the marvels of history. Perhaps you all remember our lessons before the midterm. Area 0. This mysterious crater captured the imaginations of many, including the former emperor. 200 years ago, a group of explorers claimed to have finally reached the depths. The name of the team that achieved this great feat was the Area 0 Expedition. The team is said to have been made up of Paldea's best and brightest. Skilled battlers, brilliant researchers, talented individuals of all kind. Among the list of team members was the name of a man who was once an author of a brilliant and natural historian, Keith. After returning from the expedition to Area 0, he used his literary talent to record the events of the expedition and publish them. Let's see if you were paying attention. What was the name of the person? Not the person, expedition. To pick up on and remember term, I simply slipped into a flow of lecture. Quite a clever one. The correct name for the team this team was Expedition. The record of the activities written by the expedition member Heath can be found in bookstores and the like even today. The record is known as the Violet Book. At the time, the entire region of Paldea was absolutely buzzing about Area 0. The Violet Book was so popular that practically everyone had a copy. However, the book itself was full of fantastical descriptions and illustrations of things that could never be thought of as real. The masses began to call Heath a liar. Even the truth of the expedition making it to the bottom of the crater was called into question. That's kind of strange, isn't it? Because like the device for time travel that contains like the Pokemon inside of it, well, that caused the Pokemon to come free, wasn't that one way more recent? The Violet Book was condemned to the shelves and used by bookstores just as another book of wild paranormal stories. There's a copy on one of the bookshelves on the ground floor of the entrance hall. Feel free to have a read if you're interested. This is a lesson for today. Well. What's next? That's more history. More history. Right, this is gonna take a bit. For sure. Today's our last class. So I'd like to unravel the marvels that history had presented to us on last time. In our last class, I taught you about Area Zero expedition. The last 200 years is not that long ago. Not that long ago at all. How unfortunate that our history lessons must march so inexorably towards the future. Would it not be more of an adventure to march towards the past instead? To start from our present and study history in reverse? Not make it things harder to follow. Indeed, it may be difficult to understand the flow of events, how one thing leads to another, if we were to trace history in reverse. I suppose I have no choice but to let the flow of the time carry us towards the future. In this last class of ours, I shall fill your minds with the history of terrestrial Pokémon phenomenon. The technology behind Terra Orbs has its origin in Area Zero. After the Area Zero expedition supposedly reached the crater's deepest depths, others continued to explore the area. And around 140 years ago, Pokémon cloaked in mysterious light were discovered there. As you may have already guessed, these were in fact terrestrialized Pokémon. However, when those who discovered these Pokémon brought them out of Area Zero, the light faded and terrestrial phenomenon remained a mystery for quite some time. However, 10 years ago, that might as well be present day, a certain someone you have definitely heard of unraveled this mystery. What is the name of the famous professor, Kuro? Correct. To think that you, a new transfer to our academy, could have correctly answered this question. You must be very diligent. 10 years ago, Professor named Turo unraveled the mystery. He discovered that the shiny crystals down in Area Zero, or rather the energy that they emit, causes terrestrialization. This led to the professor to invent the Terra Orb technology and to develop practical uses for it. This technology was then shared with both the Pokémon League and our academy. Rumor has it that Director Clavel was one of the researchers on the professor's team. Alas, the story is much less exciting now that someone we all know appears in it. Modern history is truly dull, isn't it? Fair enough. Bring the wonders of history to the forefront of your minds in preparation of the test. It doesn't feel like history anymore when it is talking about present stuff of individuals that we know in person. Though I guess, yeah. History finals. Yes, please. Don't be tardy. Now then. Time for our final exam. Which is the area called Area Zero. How many years ago was it founded? 805. Which of these does not appeal in the fairy tale of the four treasures? A folding fan. Which, Heath. How many years ago did Professor Turo invent the orbs? 10. Those were easy. I must excuse the last question, it's too shallow and ridiculous to be on a history test. But alas, the director forced me to include it. So ends our final examination. You may ask your scores at the school front desk. This test was easy, like super easy. There we go. Yeah, 5 out of 5. Anything else would have been strange, given how easy these questions were. Like if I had confidence that these questions were so easy and I had failed one of them. More languages with Mr. Salvatore. Oh god. Good thing I'm not even gonna bother voice acting. So I'm probably also gonna like not bother with like all the language stuff that he's gonna toss around. Halfway there. Now we're ready for another lesson. Are you ready? We. Great answer. Thank you, my friends. I knew you could count on your stars. Leading up to the midterm, you learned all sorts of words from different regions. Starting today, though, I'll throw a curveball. For we begin listening comprehension. Go for it, my assistants. Pikachu. Pikachu. As you just said, the Pokemon can also use words to communicate. It's not easy to understand them, but their words have meaning just as ours do. Pokemon can use language to share all kinds of information with each other, like the location of food, or whether there may be predators nearby. The same Pokemon cries may sound different depending on what it wants to say. I'm sure you all are curious. So today, that is, let's learn the Pokemon language. If you would be so kind, Pikachu. Pika. What emotion do you think Pikachu was trying to convey? Happiness. Sorry, that's not right. When Pikachu says Pika, he's using its angry voice. That's right, I have my little Pikachu friend here pretend to be angry for us. Well, that's strange. I do think you did a great job. Giving Pikachu is a round of applause, everyone. But why would Pikachu be like? Why did you tell your Pikachu to reply angrily to your question to ask it to like react? Anyway, the same Pokemon can communicate feeling in different ways. It was changed depending on mood and physical condition. Try listening carefully to Pokemon, you might gain a deep understanding of them. Pokemon are quite mysterious creatures. Some actually don't communicate with words at all, but instead use things like electromagnetic or ultrasonic waves. Some even use telepathy. If you poke at your Pokemon too many times while washing them during picnics, they get mad at you, like Pikachu just demonstrated. See you later. Now then, if these loading screens were shorter, that would be great. More language class with Salvatore. More language classes with Salvatore. Another long loading screen. How are you doing? I hope you're doing marvelous. It's time for another language lesson. Are you ready? We. I would expect no less from my excellent friends, even your replies and my question are excellent. Today we will once again be focusing on listening. Pikachu. Pikachu. The same Pokemon cries may sound different depending on what it wants to say. Would be so kind. The animation is the same and all that. That sounds a little bleak. What does it mean? Sadness. Wowee. Pikachu says, Pika. It expresses sadness. Kind of makes you want to cry, doesn't it? That's right. I had my little Pikachu cry as if it was crying. Haha, funny joke, right? Don't you think it did a great job? Give Pikachu a round of applause. If you heard one Pokemon make sad noises like this one, you should treat them with even more kindness than usual. Well, you probably already knew that though. A piece of cake for you all, I'm sure. I truly hope that your call can bring smiles, something. Next lesson will be the final lesson. So the next one will be happiness, I guess. Pika is angry, Pika is sad, and Pika is probably gonna be happy. Language is 6. Pika. Pikachu. Pikachu. Now then. It's time for the last lesson. We. perfect for our last class together. I love it. We once again have a listening lesson. Pikachu. There we go. Let's get right into it. For our last listening class, everyone please tell everyone your feelings. Cha! Yeah, that must have been happiness, right? Yeah. Wow. When Pikachu says cha, it is happy. Don't you just make it want to break out and dance, but didn't have to Pikachu to act? No, I simply asked it how it felt. Getting to meet so many new faces makes it happy. It made both me and my little Pikachu very happy. And so that is it. As you live your lives, I'm sure you will all have times you will get mad or sad, even more than you would like. Everything has its ups and downs. Life is a veritable roller coaster. But in the end, that is, there is surely happiness waiting for you. So keep a smile on your face, even in the hardest of times. You're faced with a problem, you can handle alone, find someone to rely on, teacher, family or friends, anyone. Our next lesson will be our final exam. Be sure to review what we learned. There we go. Just cut out all the language fluff off his dialogue. Though there was less of that because he wasn't actually teaching languages anymore, he was teaching Pokemon emotions. You know, if they had actually used different cries for the Pikachu, it would have been way easier to tell than just with text. Pigaw. So it's time for the final exam. Do your best. Are you ready? Let's begin. Which one of these means delicious? Delicieux. That is, I love you. Pigaw. That was Angie. Cha. That is happiness. What's your beloved teacher's name? Salvatore. Labrador. Time's up. I assume the obligatory last question gave you no trouble. I'm sure you all did great. Maybe I should have failed that last one intentionally. Just for the sake of making fun of it. Maybe I should have called him Labrador. 5 out of 5 questions. Congratulations. Thank you for the XP candy, Sam. Well, how many classes are left? 3, okay. Battle studies, yes, thank you. I need to hydrate. Another day, another round of battle. Us. Let's get right to it. They all gave you everything in the midterm. Well done. We'll resume regular classes. I do have my Iron Valiant next to me. Have you been using the R button? Pokemon will run off the direction you're facing. Super useful tactic that lets Pokemon pick up far away items. Now that's not all. If there's a wild Pokemon nearby, they can start battling. We call those auto battles. As the name implies, auto battle means you don't need to give commands, and if your Pokemon wins, it'll gain XP just like it would in regular battle, though less of that. She didn't say that, but it's true. If you make good use of battles, they can be a really efficient way to train your party. But your Pokemon won't evolve or learn new moves right away if they level up from auto battle. Also, if a Pokemon loses an auto battle, it'll come back with just a small amount of HP left. Make sure to heal up right away. Oops, I just about did the whole class as a one-sided lecture. Does anyone have any questions so far? No questions. You're really good at this. I can't wait to see where you go from here. Even during auto battles, our Pokemon are out there battling for us, the trainers. Keep an eye on them as much as possible. And if it looks like they're gonna lose, be sure to have them retreat. Pokemon will low HP already worn out. They probably won't enjoy auto battles as much, so don't work them too hard, okay? In conclusion, auto battles only work if the trainer and their Pokemon have a relationship of mutual trust. He's mad with our use of auto battle.
I was just gonna suggest auto battle, hands-on training. Yeah, I would have beaten up a lot of these Pokemon with my auto battle. Iron Valiant with its level is not gonna be given an easy time to some of these other Pokemon that are in their baby stages. I assume that the Pokemon that my rival carries with it, like the electric type, also depend on my current progress in the story. Let's get right to it. I hope you gave auto battles a shot. Making good use of it is useful. It's also an efficient way to gather materials and for TMs. Speaking of which, have you all been using TMs? It's pop quiz time. To create TMs, you need Pokemon materials. And one other thing, what do you need? Life points. League points. The correct answer is League points, or LP for short. You can also exchange Pokemon materials for League points. There's a note about some shady individuals getting LP legally using a technique called hacking. That is true. I don't want any of you getting involved with that. She's not here. Anyway, you can also add TMs that you want to make you can also add TMs that you want to make to your watch list. This will let you keep an eye on materials together. You need Pokemon materials that you can do with get from battling or making TMs. Class is over. Next up is the last class before the test. Well, the tournament is going to be the finale, but first things first. We have these classes to go through, and then we have to talk to all the teachers everywhere. That's gonna take us a bit. I guess I could also just talk to the teachers after the tournament, but this is our last class. You show more than enough knowledge. I don't know if I have much left to teach you, but we can always aim for even greater heights. I'm gonna teach you about link battles. When two trainers participate in link battles together, they can engage in either single or double battles. If you're playing in a group of 4, you can all battle each other multi-battle. Now, when you are out having battles during your independent study, you can use whichever number of Pokemon you like. But in link battles, there are special rules to keep in mind. Some of these rules include adjusting levels. Now, the no restriction rule lets all Pokemon keep their current level. If trainers use multiple Pokemon of the same species and multiple of the same health, it lets you use Pokemon of the same species and multiple health items too. But if you choose normal rules, all Pokemon will be set to level 50, regardless of level they actually are. This includes low level Pokemon, they'll get a boost to participate. Normal rules lets you let you use multiples of the same Pokemon species and other health items too. The great part about rules is that it lets you have any of your Pokemon participate. All they have to do is learn some good moves. Lastly, there's flat rules. No Pokemon over level 50, such as Pokemon they will be set to level 50. Flat rules is the most commonly used in official tournaments. This rule set does not allow trainers to use multiple Pokemon of the same species or multiple of the same health item. Alright, here's a question for you. Which rule set should you pick if you want to use a low level Pokemon and keep its level low? Flat rules. Good job. I've got some clever strategy that you need to use a level 5 Pokemon for. The best bet is to choose the flat rules. Of course, you can also use no restrictions if you want to battle with any Pokemon you want, at any level with any held item. That's a pretty good rule set for you when you want to freely battle with friends. Normal rules adjust Pokemon to level 50, flat rules let you use low level Pokemon as well. Have exciting battles with your friends. Probably not gonna happen. Well, next up is the test, so good luck. Us.
Or should I go really stupid and say Osu? Osu? Like the rhythm game. Alright, Battle Studies Final. Yes, please. Let me just mute for a moment and fill in water. It's final time. Time to battle. Which tier boosts attack and special attack? Golad. I've done that challenge myself multiple times. What rules do we call battles with the R button? Auto battles. How do you obtain? Should you obtain LP? Exchange materials is the only way you can get them, but out of these three, there's way better ways. Well, hacking is technically an option, but you can't do that as a player, so... Hello, Pokemon adjusted to what level? Flat rules in Link battles? 50. When using normal rules in Link battles, you can use multiple Pokemon of the same species. True. There we go. Good job. It didn't seem like there was anything interesting in our dialogue, so I just skipped over that. Now then, 5 out of 5 correctly. Now then, next up is art. With Mr. Hassel. Classes will begin soon. La 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 la. Hello class, it is I, Hassel, yet again. Everyone did well in midterms. Here we have the same... Oh, Grassy, please come in. Oh, greetings. Or greetings. This guy. I'm Brassius. I'm an artist and I focus exclusively on grass-type Pokemon for my work. He mainly creates three-dimensional pieces such as statues and the like. One of his major works is the installation titled Surrendering Sunflora, found in Artisan. Many of you who challenge the Artisan Gym are no doubt familiar with these sculptures. Yes, I do recognize some faces among your students. I hope you all understand how fortunate you are to be able to attend Haas' class. Old Haas is the man who saved me when I had lost all hope and given up on myself, but he never gave up on me. I do not exaggerate when I say he is my mentor in life. It is precisely thanks to Haas that I was able to establish my current art style. I've got nothing against reminiscing in old times, but today I hope you will guide the class the way only you can. Of course. Let's see, why don't we go discuss what Haas mentioned, surrendering Sunflora. Can anyone tell what mood was when crafted, what my mood was when its detailed expression? While surrendering, so sad. Completely and utterly wrong. When I made this sculpture, I had surrendered all hope. I was prepared to give up everything. I had resolved to give up my life as an artist, if that piece did not receive proper recognition. Hence the name Surrendering Sunflora. That's exactly it, Haas. When it started out as an artist, I experienced many hardships. I even became deathly ill and fell into a slump that drove me to depression. I began worrying about what would sell. I was concerned with only fame and fortune. But all of my pieces during that time had no depth. They were all shallow trash. It was then I met Haas. He helped me realize how petty I was being. I'll spare you the details, but in the end, I was able to leave all that behind. And that's also when I created this Sunflora. Remarkable, even I didn't know the full story. That kind of thing is hard to tell someone, especially when they're so close to you. Now, I don't doubt that you adolescents will often find your heads crowded with worries. My advice is to you simple: be honest with yourself and do whatever your heart desires, so long as you don't cause trouble, that is. That is all from me. I must admit, I'm beginning to feel a bit embarrassed, so I bid you all farewell. Hassan pupils. I can't believe such a wonderful class, thank you. He's gonna cry. Thank you so much. Yeah, he's crying. He's crying, alright. You won't call him in for all 3 of these classes, right? You'll probably go back to your regularly scheduled program. More art. Or maybe you're gonna call on other people that are not art related, and they're gonna be like mentors for certain situations, like next then you're gonna call in the little kid, and then you're gonna call in Larry for the final. Jokes aside, it is hassle. For losing, first of all, allow me to apologize for losing composure during last class. I was so touched by Brassie's story, I simply couldn't contain my emotions. I'm sorry for making such a scene. I certainly got a very stern talking to from Miss Time after class, yes. Anyway, let us shift gears and dive into the material for today's class. Now, have any of you heard of the 10 sites of Paldea? As the name would imply, there are 10 sites in Paldea that are considered particularly beautiful. Among them, I would say that the Grand Olive Orchard is likely the most accessible. You can see fields after fields of olive trees from the hill on the way to Cortondo. 2 waterfalls are also considered among these 10 sites, Fury Falls and Casaroya Falls. Then there's the peak of Glacido Mountain, Paldea's highest peak. I've been there. There's another cliff on Glacido Mountain that is named after its rather unique shape. So let me ask you, my students, what's the name of the 3-pronged cliff, Glacido Mountain? No need to grasp at straws. Grasp? Exactly, it looks like a hand taking hold of something, doesn't it, Vane? 3-pronged cliff is Glacido's grasp. Though its shape is far too stubby to be that of a human hand, I imagine someone thought it looked like a Pokemon hand grabbing something. There's also a mountain in Area 3 of the East Province. You can get a look at Levencia. It's particularly gorgeous at night. In fact, its view is so brilliant it is known as the Million Volt Skyline. It's quite a hotspot for dates, and deservedly so, for having such a romantic view. I imagine it's, what do the kids say these days? A very, fleek selfie spot. Of course, you may feel that not all 10 sites live up to their grandiose names. How often do we visit some tourist spot only to be disappointed? Not to say that you shouldn't visit them, only that you should keep your hopes in check. The important thing is to go yourself and see them with your own 2 eyes. And sometimes a disappointing experience can be worthwhile in its own way. Take a chance. Well, that's it for today's class. Alright. Almost done. With his classes as well. Then we have the last classes only left. What next? Art number 6. Alright. What do we have here? How time flies, as they say. It's the last class. Now our topics for today Mesa would be unrelated to art. But there's absolutely no set definition as to what art should be. Therefore, let us carry on with the discussion and see where it takes us. There are 2 things I wish to focus on today, ribbons and marks. Both ribbons and marks are special honors that capture a Pokemon's qualities. These will be times when your Pokemon gives a maximum effort or has noteworthy experience. In recognition of its feats and accomplishments, it can be given a ribbon. To give an example, if you manage to become incredibly close to a Pokemon, it may be granted a best friends ribbon. Incidentally, there's a person in Caskrava who can give your Pokemon a best friend ribbon. Marks, on the other hand, are mostly found on wild Pokemon when you meet them for the first time. They can symbolize the character of a Pokemon, such as the Rowdy Mark or the Vigor Mark. It's completely up to luck whether you run into a Pokemon with these marks. So if you're able to catch a Pokemon with a mark, rejoice at your outstanding fortune. Does anyone know what special thing you can do with Pokemon that have ribbons or marks? Show them off. Well, yes, indeed you can show them off, but surely that's not the extent of your interest, yes, isn't it? The correct answer is Pokemon with ribbons or marks can be given titles. What's more, they can be sent into battle displaying a title of your choosing. For example, you could send out a Gibble with a best friend ribbon by declaring, "Go Gibble, the great friend." And when while I know I just said that marks are generally found on Pokemon you already meet them in for the first time, it seems that more recently Pokemon can be awarded certain marks based on their efforts. These are marks such as the Gourmet mark, the Item Fighter mark, the Partner mark, and so on. Perhaps it might be fun to try and work out how to get each mark using its name as a clue. Well, that just about wraps up our last class. Next to the final exam, please review our material closely. Marks, huh? I wonder if any Pokemon have any marks of the ones that I have with me right now. Because I definitely didn't grab myself any ribbons for them. Nothing. Paldean Champion ribbon. Gourmet. Starter is the only one who could be a gourmet, but there we go. Your Majesty is the only one I would need to have that title. Art final. And then we can take the home economic classes. So what's left? Alright, it's time for the finals. And begin. Treasure Eatery. Wait. Well, the Surrendering Sunflora. I misclicked with the first one. How many waterfalls? 2. Where can I find Million Vault Skyline? In, Levincia. The marks a Pokemon has present when you first meet and none can be added false. Time's up. Thank you very much. The time we shared has left a mark that I will treasure, I promise you. And it's my sincere wish that all of you go an even greater, more prosperous futures. And that's that. Good work, everyone. You can receive your results from the front desk. Well then. I misclicked on the first one, but so it should have be 4 out of 5, unless I missed up anyone. Yep. That's a passing grade. 5 more XP candies M. Home economics. With Master Sagrado. What do we have here? Though some of you had to retake the midterm multiple times, I'm glad to say that the majority of the class passed without issue. I feel honored to see that the knowledge and skills indispensable for daily life have taken root in all of you. I trust that you all work just as hard on your life skills at the second half, of course, as well. Now then. Meal powers. The student who asked is quite young, a man who enjoys culinary arts. He tells me he regularly researches culinary techniques. Arvin. He also spends the day and night studying all aspects of culinary arts. Yet despite this, he's baffled by his inability to increase the effectiveness of his meal powers. So tell me, what should this young man do to increase the effectiveness of his meal powers? Arvin?
Arvin? I cannot disclose the identity of the certain male student who enjoys culinary arts. It may very well be Arvin, but it may not be. To increase the effectiveness of meal powers, your sandwiches must be filled with many different ingredients. For a single person, this may prove difficult, but if you prepare a sandwich with others, you will be able to handle a larger serving of bread. Huh? Wait, is there actually benefits to, like, being in the multiplayer mode and then creating sandwiches? With a larger base to start with, it becomes quite simple to... Oh, I see. You have, like, a bigger sandwich, and, like, those super difficult sandwiches to make are easier with, like, more people around. Which in turn makes it possible to receive meal powers of increased effectiveness. This applies more broadly as well. When dealing with a difficult issue, working with others solve the issue be the best course of action. I'm sure that Arvin will likewise work with friends to craft his sandwiches in the future. The identity of this male student is a matter of privacy, so I would ask you to not pry too deeply. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. It's all my fault. I wonder if you would have said that regardless of what I had answered. But that was funny. That was funny indeed. How economics life. Well then. We're getting there. Only took us like an hour or more. While we are out performing fieldwork and one of your Pokemon walks alongside you, have you ever noticed changes in the coloration? No, I don't mean it suddenly becomes a shiny. None of that nonsense. I'm speaking of it becoming filthy. Pokemon battle, they get hurt by moves used against them. They get battered by wind and rain. They get covered in sand and mud. They get an word filthy. I've seen many a trainer walking around with their adorable little Pokemon without addressing this issue. It's deplorable. I do that. I don't watch them regularly. I didn't even notice that, like, the game actually has a does it even? I kind of highly doubt that. Let me ask this question of someone who I am sure would not tolerate such shameful conduct. Pasafane. What should you do if your Pokemon is dirty? Clean it up. Maybe I should have said nothing, that would have been funny. Perfectly correct, I knew I could count on you to provide me with such an answer. When your Pokemon are dirty, clean them. This, of course, is simply common sense. While your Pokemon are having a picnic, you can approach this Pokemon in your team to perform a variety of actions. One such action is Pokewash. So start by getting a sponge, carefully scrub them, and then wash it off with a spray of water. Until they shine, spray it as a Terra Jewel. It's certainly quite a bit of work, but this will also restore HP and cure status conditions. Oh, interesting. However, some Pokemon may have parts of their bodies they don't want scrubbed, or that they would rather not get wet. So be sure to keep this in mind when cleaning your Pokemon. Now the most important point I must mention is that some Pokemon like being dirty. So I will contradict myself by saying this, please do remember that cleaning your Pokemon is not always the kind thing to do. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. I would assume like a Pokemon like Diggersby would potentially... Well, actually, Diggersby is not even in this game, is it? Well, Lechonk is kind of like fancy though, so I kind of doubt that Lechonk is among the Pokemon that likes being dirty. And they have like this herbal scent usually, so they don't want a different scent. Now then, home economics is a study of life necessities, but looking back at our time together, I realized that I focused almost entirely on food. Let's shift to another necessity in our class. As you're aware, our academy has an air of freedom about it. We provide uniforms for each season. However, students are free to wear which style they want whenever they please. You should all have received 4 sets of tops and bottoms, 1 for each season. If by chance you were not aware of this, you may wish to peruse your wardrobe. As long as you wear our school uniform, the rest of your ensemble needs not be school issued. This includes your bag, your hat, if you choose to wear one. You're even free to style your hair, however you wish. Mr. Salvatore's hairstyle, for example, would almost certainly have been against school rules when I was a boy. Sagrado. That reminds me. There's one more thing that you all like to decorate, which I find quite charming. Our phones? Perfectly correct. Oh, that is the adorable little thing I was speaking of. Ooh, it interests me so. I must admit that I'm fascinated by Rotom phones and how to customize them. Was that? How very intriguing. There's a shop called Delibird Presents where you can purchase the cases from Rotom for your Rotom phones. I thank you for that bit of useful information. I shall have to go myself first thing tomorrow to get an adorable case of my unlocking. Forgive me, I seem to have gotten a little carried away. This class is Home Economics, nearest its end. I offer these final words to you all. My field of study is not so decisive that as the likes of mathematics, for instance, where test scores might play a part in deciding your future. However, as you go on to cook for yourselves, you take care of your Pokemon, to decide what you wear in the morning when you awaken. I would be honored if I had taught you, if what I had taught you served you to smoothen out and enrich your lives, even only a little. This sentiment was imparted to me by Mr. Hassel, and his peculiar outlook on such matters. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for seeing this class through the end. Our time together has come to a close. Prepare to do your best for the final exam. The final. It's gonna be the final exam. The final exam of final exams. Now then. What do you like, final? Yes, please. We can talk to everyone. A few times, probably. Having gone through all the classes. Just after. And then we do the tournament, which will probably lead us to 4 hours of stream time anyway. The time has come for to test how well you have all learned in my class. Now then. Which of these meal powers makes easier to come across a shiny Pokemon? Sparkling. Which of these following is not an effect of egg power? Stronger Pokemon. What is simple yet important tactic increasing the food with others? What is the correct action to take when your adorable Pokemon becomes sturdy? Pokewash. Pokemon Wish. This question is about Academy rules. Should you change your uniform top to bottom to match the season? It doesn't matter. Please stop writing. I made the questions a little easier than I planned. As a way of saying thank you for informing me about the Rotom phone cases. I trust you all the exam everything, so that you may not have to retake it. That should be fine. That should be fine. I'm not confident that I have all 5 correct, but at the very least, 4, I think I should have correct. Regardless of all things. 5 out of 5. There we go. You've now finished all your classes and passed all of the exams. I have this for you from Director Clavel. 5 L candies. Now you can focus your efforts on the treasure hunt. Never mind. Let's go click on one of these tablets. Entrance Hall has 2 individuals to talk to. So let's start off with that. There we go. If it isn't Fane from Class 1A. Are you perhaps interested in the rest of the old tale I told you in class? Yeah. It is convenient that you would take the bait as I presented in class. A vessel, a sword, a set of tables, and a set of beads. After obtaining these 4 treasures, the king castle was destroyed. Why, you ask? Because these 4 treasures were actually 4 Pokemon. As these Pokemon were passed from human hand to human hand as treasures, they slowly became tainted by hubris and greed. Finally, after coming in contact with the rapacity
of the king at the time, they awakened as disasters and began to rampage out of control. The king called for renowned Pokemon wielders to defend the country, and after a fierce battle, these incarnations of disaster were quelled. It is said these 4 Pokemon were sealed away somewhere in Paldea. So what do you think? Would you say the story is just make-believe? No. Very astute of you. I've read many historical disaster reports, personal journals, and the like. There's much to support the truth of the story. If I'm able to prove the story's veracity myself, I'll be sure to let you know. Can I not tell her that I released the 4 and captured them for myself? Fine, the time has come. The cursed treasures, the 4 Pokemon of Ruin, they exist. And I stumbled upon the truth in the newspaper of all places, in an interview piece with a carpenter, no less. The Pokemon wielders apparently used sacred stakes to seal the treasures of the ruins and shrines. There's a separate shrine for each of the 4 Pokemon. Right, I also wanted to say this, but I instantly jumped to the next one. I guess they're originally from a region of like China, probably, because the names do sound like they're based on China. And that makes sense as to why these Pokemon have like non-thematic names. There's a separate shrine for each of the 4 Pokemon, and 8 stakes in the ground in each shrine. In other words, if all the stakes for a given shrine were to be removed, it would release the Pokemon held inside. Don't you think it would be nice to free those Pokemon from their confines of the tiny little shrines, Vane? Yes. A kind soul, I see. You're proving truly useful. According to a descendant of the Pokemon wielders in the story, you must have a bond with Pokemon in order to remove the stakes. I'm sure someone as Pokemon savvy as yourself would have no trouble with all that. You can choose for yourself whether to believe me or not, but I will mark the locations of these shrines on your map. Oh. That would have made things easier on me, huh? I'd rather go for myself, of course, but skipping out on my classes to go adventuring seems to have made the director a little suspicious of me. You can think of it as part of your treasure hunt. Treasures of ruins are still treasures after all. I hope you will investigate these shrines. You feel trusted by Miss Rayford. One more time. I got them all. Fane, did you find the treasures of ruin? Yes. All 4. Oh, you caught Ting Lu, the vessel of ruin. Oh, how interesting. I simply cannot keep my curiosity under control. Judging by its shape and size, the vessel was most certainly not for everyday use. Perhaps it was a work of art, or better yet, a ritual artifact housing some sort of deity. I was thinking of ritual as well. I fear that there may be some meaning behind the horns and the designs resembling eyes. Could this be an artifact that was fashioned after the deity's very appearance? Oh wait. The Pokemon X Pokemon? The Pokemon of Life? This mystery grows deeper. My thirst for knowledge is slowly being quenched. You look like you have something more to report. What is it? Oh, you've caught Xianpao, the Sword of Ruin? How interesting. I simply cannot keep my curiosity under control. So the sword's blade and hilt from the Pokemon's left and right fangs. I wonder if the sword broke when it became a Pokemon, or perhaps it was already that way. No, wait, I cannot imagine the king wanting to buy a broken sword. Maybe it was some sort of weapon that was meant to be used in this broken state. This mystery grows even deeper. My thirst for knowledge is slowly being quenched. The next one. Wo Xian, the tablets of ruin. I've never seen so many wooden writing tablets strung together. It must have been an epic tale. Most excavated tablets are tantamount to graffiti or simply memos, still valuable tools of learning about the past, but nothing like this. I can read it, but given the length, it must be a story, yes, or perhaps the words of a curse. If only their words weren't faded, how frustrating. These wooden tablets piqued my curiosity of a king. Piqued the curiosity of a king. What might they have written on them? The mystery grows even deeper. Lastly, got Shiyu, the dragon, hide the children, the beads of ruin. Beads like these were thought to be sacred and thus were worn during religious rituals. I believe they were most often worn as a single bead on the neck, like a pendant, but it seems Shiyu has 4 of them. Were the beads worn in pairs, like the ears and like on the ears and wrists, or were the rituals perhaps performed by 4 people? What on earth could have caused beads of such as these, originally used to ward off disaster, to become bringers of disaster themselves? Seeing part of history with my own eyes fills me with joy. I thank you, Fane. That's simply amazing. You have now reported back to me with all 4 of the treasures of ruin. I never thought you would be able to do this much for me. You have my thanks. I would have liked to go looking for the treasures myself, made them my own, but I suppose it is precisely because I sent you, someone with a pure heart, that we were able to accomplish this feat. They may be treasures of my dreams, but I will allow you to have them for now. For now. Consider this a symbol of my gratitude too. Take this, it's yours. Nasty plot. You're truly an interesting one, aren't you? I hope you don't mind if I continue to keep an eye on you. You formed a close bond with her. How are the treasures of ruin faring? If you ever find them too much to handle, I will gladly take them off your hands. Not on this end. Where would they be? Miss Time? Where would you be? Not here, so I guess on the upper floor then. Oh, right here. I didn't spot you. Hello, Miss Time. Oh my, if it isn't Fane. Please forgive me if this is an odd question. Were you perhaps watching me from afar just now? I just got here. Yes, I suppose you wouldn't have been doing something like that. I'm sorry. You see, oh, how should I put this? Recently, there have been times where I feel as if I'm being watched. Not by a Pokemon, mind you, but by a person. I thought that it might be a ghost, so I tried asking my sister for help. She said it's most likely not one. She's good with ghost-type Pokemon, you know? Perhaps one of my students is quietly waiting for a chance to ask me a question. Maybe? Goodness, if that wasn't an intense gaze I felt. If you notice someone with a sort of fire in their eyes, could you come tell me? If they're too shy to come ask me themselves, then I'll go to them. I don't see... I'm telling you, I'm not a teacher. I'm a student. I'm wearing uniform, aren't I? You there. That's the one, huh? Oh. That's interesting. Guess for her, I actually have to look for that person, but I don't see anyone who's, like, even remotely facing her way. Maybe she wasn't supposed to be in that position. That would make it a bit more difficult to spot the individual in question. But if someone is looking any which way... The school's so mysterious at night. You meet completely different people than during the day. Ah, time of day might be the factor. There's no one up here either. Maybe during the day there would be someone. Let's leave for a moment. I don't think we can skip time though. Haha, skip time. I just realized the unintended pun that was contained within my words. Oh, she's no longer in this position. I guess she moved somewhere else then. Where do you want to go? She's in the cafeteria this time. Alright. All those sentences being unintentional puns, we love those. We love those. Hello, Mr. Sagrado. Hello, Master Fane from Class 1A. It's been some time since we last met. Are you here to eat as well? Yep, I'm starving. Excellent, you should battle on an empty stomach. I myself am here to survey the student cafeteria, let's say. I'm observing the nutritional content of the food that our students partake on a regular basis. One item on the menu here I'm particularly interested in is the peanut butter sandwich. It's sweet and quite delicious. Yes, please. Perhaps I will order one right now. Oh look, it's Mr. Sagrado. He's so fashionable and cool. I guess the teachers come to the cafeteria too, huh? Do you think he'll have an egg sandwich? No way. If you get anything here, it's definitely something spicy like 5-alarm sandwich. Oh, he's so cool. He'll definitely get that wild and spicy 5-alarm sandwich. He's being manipulated. He's getting a 5-alarm sandwich simply because of that. Mr. Sakura, what about... Yes, you just suggested I have a peanut butter sandwich, right, Master Fane? I suppose I shall have one try if you insist. That was a close. I almost forced myself to order something spicy, my least favorite of flavors. I thank you for restraining me, Fane. It seems the students tend to view me as fashionable and cool, or even, dare I say it, exuding some sort of brooding strength. But he's a big softie and he likes sweet stuff. I have a habit of acting like in such a way as to not destroy their image of me. I showed my true colors to you just now without thinking. Please keep this a secret between us. That's fun. What else do you got? Nothing new there. But Miss Time is supposed to be here as well. There we go. What's she cooking? Fane, you scared me. Were you cooking something? Oh no, I'm not here for anything food related at all. I was just walking around the entrance hall, and then I felt the intense gaze that I told you about before. So I quickly ducked into the cafeteria here. A cafeteria has only one entrance, so I thought I might be able to discover the identity of the person watching me if they followed me here. Ah, someone come in just now. Oh, that's weird. I thought I saw her come in here. I thought I saw her come in here. I guess I won't be able to ask my question today either. Oh. That girl. I've seen her several times before. She seems to be a student here, but I get the feeling that her questions are not about her studies. Next time I see her, maybe I've got to start up a conversation myself. It could be a little scary being here on my own. I'm glad you were here with me. You feel trusted by Miss Time. They're not here. Right, so I need to change the location for the further conversations. Where do you want to go? Entrance hall, still nothing? Good. Biology lab, art room, home economic, staff room, director's office, nurse office, schoolyard. Let's follow her storyline first. One after the other, right? That makes sense. So where's she at? I cannot write here, unfortunately. That reminds me, I also wanted to check up here in case there's a certain individual up here. Oh, I do not see her, so probably not the case. Let's walk along the tracks to see if there's... Ah, there's a Miss Time at least. It does not appear to be the case. Alright then. Over to Miss Time we go. And see if we can't figure out what that person wants from her. That student. Fane, help me keep an eye out, would you? I've set up a little ambush for that girl who keeps watching me. She should be here any second. Why? Well, you see, it's not very pleasant knowing she's just staring at me all the time. And now that I know what she looks like after seeing her, and now I know what she looks like after seeing her in the cafeteria. Ah. It is you, isn't it? You're the one who's been secretly watching me recently. Time? How do you know I... I guess you must have noticed me. I'm sorry. Well, of course I noticed you. You're watching me practically all day, every day, after all. I assume there's something you want to ask me. Yes, I do. I've been a huge fan of yours since your time as a gym leader, and I love rock-type moves so very much. Oh, she was a rock-type gym leader. That's why in her classes she mentioned that she is passionate about rock. Oh wait, are you also a musician? Oh my. But you suddenly retired from your post as a gym leader a year and a half ago. Why do you quit? My goodness, is that all you wanted to ask? Yes, your reason for retiring was never made public. But it's well known among the students here that you just avoid the question any time it's asked. I thought it would be rude to ask you a question that you don't want to answer, so I just couldn't find the courage to ask. So that's why your gaze felt so very intense. I see, forgive me. So, very intense? Never mind that. As for the reason I quit my job as a gym leader, I simply wanted to focus on more on my job as a teacher. It's not that I disliked being a gym leader or anything of the sort. Quite on the contrary, talking about gyms fills me with feelings of nostalgia and sadness. That's why I always avoid answering the questions when students ask. Oh, I see. Do you have any plans of becoming a gym leader again? No, I'm afraid I don't plan to do so. My sister's doing a splendid job as a gym leader in my stead. I personally find being a teacher most enjoyable these days. But since I'm in fact your teacher, I would appreciate if you were to call me Miss Time. As students do, not just Time. Okay, I'm sad to hear about that, but I understand. Thank you so much, Miss Time. Well, I suppose that solves that mystery. But does it really? Ah, that made me so nervous. I said so many things to try and sound cool. I was certainly a little scared when I felt that girl's intense gaze on me. But having you here with me allowed me to do what needed to be done. To face what turned out to be one of my biggest fans. I must thank you for always showing up at the right time, Fane. Allow me to show you my appreciation. 50 rock... Ooh, that's a cool reward. Can freely turn one of my Pokemon into a rock type. I like that reward. Not that I know which Pokemon I would want to turn into rock type, but Let's see. Where do you want to go? No continuation on Sagarados. Let's go back to the cafeteria. Is he still there? Is there no continuation? Wait, is he outside of the school? I think he might be out shopping for a phone case now that I think about it. Entrance hall. Wait, actually, last time he didn't appear on this either, so maybe he's in his home economics room then. The most likely place I would assume he would be at. Nope, not right now. Staff room, maybe? Ah, he is here. Hello, Mr. Sagrado. Ah, Master Fane. There's something I would very much like you to ask you for help with. What is it? Well, you see, I don't want anyone to overhear this, but I heard rumors about an incredibly sweet condiment that exists somewhere in the Peldia region. I simply must experience that ambrosial sweetness for myself. You're the only one who knows of my insatiable sweet tooth. Thus, I have only one. You're the only one I can turn to. So what's the thing you're talking about? I cannot go looking for this condiment myself. I destroy the image of the students I have. I will repay you for troubles. What's it called? I'll share what I find with you as soon as I have more detailed information. Are you in the same location for this one? The next one? Nope. The teachers that have completed their story arcs are just staying around here. Interesting. Where do you want to go? He remains an enigma in that sense. Let's go to the cafeteria once more. Five alarm sandwich. Let's have one. With life points. Dun, 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 dun. We'll have a 5 alarm sandwich in Sagurado's stead. Wonderful. You must have been hungry. I'll take care out there, my dear. Well? There's no way Sakurado, would be, unless he's not in here anymore. He is not. Time to look for him again. School store, maybe? This is a bit troublesome. Guess I could look it up if I wanted to. Pokémon Violet Sagrado Quest. There we go. Wait, I actually have to... Jeez, I actually have to get a sweet Herba Mystica for him? That's crazy. Okay. Let's see.
Not in here, huh? Or is it because I'm not connected to the internet? That might be the case, actually. One sweet urban mist. That's interesting. Wait a moment. I do have wired connection. That's curious. Ah. Entrance hall. Let me exit the building and see if restarting the game will do anything for that. Let's give that a shot. Right, do we save? And quickly we go to the talk screen for a moment as I switch over to well, I'm gonna details. The server is currently undergoing maintenance. Oh, never mind. The Pokemon servers are undergoing maintenance. Well, you know what? In that case, I think we just call it quits here and have one more stream next week. One more Pokemon stream for the final stuff. Sounds good? Sounds good to me. Alrighty. Well then. One more time back to the talk screen. This time properly. Alrighty, this will be it for the stream. I might try to get that sweet Herba Mystica off stream. Either way, we'll see. In the end, that's it for the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow will be Settlers 3, Amazon's campaign. I should give that a little bit of a test run to see if I can find a way to actually beat that map. Not necessarily playing the same map, but like just experimenting more with the faction. Either way, this is it for the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, when we will continue on with this game, or tomorrow with Settlers 3, or on Friday with Elden Ring. Either way, this is it for the stream. Thanks for watching, have a good day / night, and thanks for dropping by. In the VOD at least, because I don't think there's anyone watching right now in live. Either way, until next time, bye bye. Thanks for dropping by. One last stream for Pokemon. So, bye!